Yo, what's happening?
Yo,
It's Monday. Y'all know what time it is.
What's up?
It's time for another smoky episode of Cigar Table Talk. Okay. Hey, it's your boy Sweet Jones holding it down tonight.
Sweet Jones.
You know, back in the building. I'm on punishment for one night.
That's
but I'm
all
back
you
in the building with my brothers, my compadres, because I ain't doing it by myself. So starting directly in front of me, who we got in the building tonight?
You got me, BYRD, a.k.a. the light-skinned dude, okay? And who I got to my right?
Okay. You got Cigar Law at the kitty table. Still in the building, baby.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and old boy, you got your boy here. Hey, they get a dog checking in.
Hey, we love it. We love it. We also got a special guest in the building. We're going to hold tight on announcing that. We're going to let y'all get in here so you can get your stogie and your drink of parent. If it's some water, brown water, clear water, flavored water,
Air water,
it don't even matter. We just here to have a good time tonight.
That's right.
So, we don't want to rush through this thing. We want to take our time. It's a beautiful evening. And it's been a while since I've been here. So, I want to start by saying it's good to see y'all in the physical again.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of, since you there right there, I like that. Mental check.
Oh, absolutely. I'm at a 9.5.
Okay.
What?
I like that.
9.5?
It'll be a 10 when God decides to send that blessing on through.
Yes,
Oh,
Lord.
man.
So
Hey,
I'm at a 9.5 right now.
See what
So,
you did right there.
so
Hey.
I can't complain.
I hear you.
Yeah, man. Feel good to be back in the room. Sometimes time passes by.
Well, we missed you.
Y'all were missed.
We missed you, man.
Yes,
man. It ain't been the same. So we had Calvin up here doing this thing.
I'm trying to hold it down.
You know what I'm saying?
He was up here trying to, keep it going.
Bird had to chime in to help him out, save his life a lot. He was drowning. He was sinking.
I wouldn't say he was driving, man. I wouldn't say he was driving.
You
But
know
hey,
what make it a little bad.
Hey, he doggone with treading water, though, boy.
The boy forget his lines that he never rehearsed.
He was down treading
Now you
water.
getting dogged out on the night. I'm that. Hey, Cal, I still love you, brother.
Man, still love you, Cal. That's good.
He did a lot of freestyling, but he floated back to the top.
Yeah.
He floated back.
But it's humorous, and the audience, they like it. They talk about him, and that's part of his personality. They love it.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody got a different personality, man, and I love that about us too.
What y'all
The
say?
unedited side. That's what you're gonna get the real us, the best of us, and all that good stuff. So it's pretty dope. I like
I was gonna
that. Shout out to
say,
Cal, man. for holding it down.
that boat was rocking, but not Aaliyah style, huh?
Oh man.
Titanic.
No.
My heart will go on. Whoosh. Oh, man, but I'm a 9.5 tonight, man. It feels good to be back in the room, because, time don't wait for nobody.
Yeah.
Even if it really even exists, we'll never know, but, it moves.
Yeah.
And when you take a moment and look back, you realize that you miss out on a lot in such a short amount of time.
Man, look at man, time. That's one thing that don't stop moving, man.
Never will.
Consistent, just
If I can make time stand still, so many things.
Yeah.
But we here now, so
Yeah, baby.
the gang is back together again.
Yes, sir.
Man.
So BYRD, tell the people where you at mentally, brother.
Like a 8.2. I'm good. I almost got you there, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You said a 2 boy.
Nah, yeah. I'm good.
Nah.
Figure this out.
Figure this out. Shut the
Yeah.
club down.
Nah, all good. I just feel like some of the days been a little bit longer or whatnot, and just, day by day, taking it one day at a time, one step at a time, and getting things done,
Yeah.
Kind of ready for some of the things to already kind of surpass. So, just waiting on that. That's all.
One day at a time, right?
Yeah, and it ain't nothing bad either. It's just, the anxiety of getting to that day and, I'm about ready to go ahead and put that behind us. Or whatever,
Yeah,
keep
you
it
know what?
moving.
I'm glad you said that, because just because we asked about a mental check don't mean it's always negativity.
Absolutely.
A lot of things with mentally, it could be blessings,
Yeah, definitely.
Mentally overwhelmed in a good way.
Yeah, that's
happening.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
overwhelming in a good way because it's just so much going on in so little time. So
I've been like that. I've been like that ever since August 19th. I'll never forget the date. Just like that. It's easy for me to know the date. I've been there overwhelmingly in a good space since August 19th.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No diss to the days before that. If you want to really be technical about it, it started like the end of July. Last July 31st, going into August 2nd. Decisions had to be made. Bam.
Yep.
And they came black and white. And for like 12, 13 years, but at the first, that break you always be you've been pray about, looking for it, and you end up moving on your own without waiting for God, type deal. And you always getting something that He gonna bless you with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But at one part of His will, so He may not keep it. You know what I'm saying? And that was me. This time, I was cool. I was happy. I'm good. I'm you know, I feel like I got some room to move up, do bigger things. Shout out to Chief Jackson. But all of a sudden the call came, and another call came, and another call came. I never had to turn down such positions in my life that was like positions that you look for, like you can build your family, so on and so forth. I never have had that many positions come at me at one time that all of them was good, to the point where like, man, and like, God, what you doing to me right now?
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what happened when favor on your life.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So I chose what I chose, man, and it's been a blessing. So ever since August 19th, and then here comes February 17th.
Look at you, boy.
Even that, like,
Look
it's
at
like I saw that the overwhelming feeling that I've been. It's been a good overwhelming. So like you said, that mental don't have to be
man.
negative, because I ain't there. I ain't on that. I ain't there.
Far from it.
You know what I'm saying? I can't even make myself be there.
Sure
You know what I'm saying? I see things, I hear things. You know, but like I'm so in tune with self, man. You gotta kill me. You gotta unalive me.
And even then, your legacy gonna keep going. So
I'm
real
being
legends
ill.
never die.
I'm being ill then. When you're trying to go to sleep at night.
yeah, I mean, hey.
Okay, yeah. But no, yeah, seriously though, I'm pretty good, man. Like I'm staying around that 9. I'm consistently around that 9. You know what I'm saying? I'm there when I wake up. You know. Matter of fact, I'm at 10 when I wake up. Little stuff that happened throughout the day put me at a 9.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it ain't gonna be a perfect day, but it still ain't gonna affect my mental, basically.
That's
You
right.
know.
That's right. That's right.
Well, that's where I'm at, baby.
That's good. So we got a 9.5, we got an 8.2, we got a 9. Hey, diggity.
Oh, well, let me tell you, man. This, you know, last week, man, roller coaster. This week started out. This week right here. This week started out fresh.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm gonna say I'm gonna stick with the 9.5, man. I might even be my 9.8. But boy, let me tell you, man. It's been a weight lifted off my shoulder. I really don't know how to feel, man, because I'm still trying to adjust. Man, y'all just
I always say I'm excited. You just don't see it, but inside I'm jumping up and down.
man.
I know. Outside that place last week, I'm just standing back looking at you, man. I let my boy want to jump around and dance. That old man dance you be doing.
Hey, for real. I do it. I do it. But yeah, so my state of mind, man, is up there. It's up there with you, bro.
You said 9.8. I like
Yeah,
that.
man. Yeah. I have no complaints right now. My day started out today, man. People, canceling appointments. Job not showing up. But guess what?
God's good.
Came through. And he doubled up on it. I'm talking about gave a double portion. Every time somebody cancel out, double portion coming right behind it. Boom. Took it in, so that put me really good for the day. Even though all the stuff that's going on, it still didn't bring me so far down to where I was, I still was,
Questions.
Yeah, I'm still smiling about it, man, because.
And you know what? The missed jobs weren't missed jobs.
No.
It was time for you to just sit back and enjoy the stillness. Because it doubled your blessings while you waited patiently.
Look at that, man. You know what, man? And that's what I was doing.
Yeah, man.
I was sitting there just waiting around, man. Not even waiting around. I was taking my time on whatever I had right there in front of me.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't have to go ahead and get on finish with it so I can go to the next one and just kind of chill, just flow. But dude, we all need that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, today was a good day. This weekend was phenomenal. It was, boss lady he just took the weekend in her own hands, man, and say, you know what, this is what we're gonna do.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And it was nice, man, just to be able to get away from the norm for a minute, man, and relax, just be like, just chill.
Stillness.
Yeah. Because I'm usually the one that's making that happen for somebody else.
Codependent.
Yeah. So now here it is, somebody trying to make it happen for me.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
ain't it?
yeah. So yeah, man, I'm up there, man. I'm good. I feel good. Life is good.
And
I'm
you ain't
glad.
gotta fake it.
No, man, no.
You ain't gotta fake it. Feel good and it's real. It ain't no facade because of this camera.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
That's good, bro. That's genuine. That's
I'm actually good, man.
That's good.
And hey, I have a testimony.
You got one, baby.
Yeah, you got one.
Shoot,
You got one.
boy, I can finally tell it.
If you want.
So
Well,
do
not right now, man.
No.
Yeah. It's gonna take a minute.
Process.
But
Yeah.
you I know why you say you
Man.
can tell it now because you survived it.
Yes,
Right.
yes. I got through it, man, and I got from the beginning, went through the middle, and got to the end of it, man.
From the
And-
root to the tooth.
Yeah.
Hey, when you ready, if you want to do your testimony on here, let me know so we can set that up.
Yeah.
Man,
The right
hey,
way.
We definitely, we definitely can, man, because that right there, is, boy, it's tough.
Let you
It's
sit in
tough.
your own little corner with the angle just on you.
Hey, man.
You ready for the devil to come after you now after that?
Always.
That's
You
negative,
know how
but
that
yeah,
work?
it be like that though.
You know
It's
how that
definitely
work,
like
man.
that.
Hey, the devil,
Devil don't want to see you give God no glory.
I don't ever give the devil credit. That right there, right, is gonna piss him off
There you go.
because I don't give him
Oh,
credit.
that testimony gonna piss him off.
Hey,
Oh.
but it'll be, now time I'm gonna give him credit for whatever happened.
Oh no, it's just the devil in people.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all.
all.
That be.
That's
It be
all.
devil in people.
But hey, man, look here, man, we solid.
Yeah, absolutely.
We covered. So
Love that.
no worries about that.
Sure for
Good
sure.
deal.
But yeah, hey, I'm at a 9.8. I say just to get it up there. But hey, y'all go ahead on and tap in and tell us what y'all
I'm about
how
to
y'all
say,
feeling.
I'm
You know?
gonna say that. I'm gonna say our viewing family, y'all done been doing this too long with us.
Yeah, man. We
Yeah.
all at.
Y'all tell us where you at.
Y'all done listen to us. It's y'all turn. But while y'all typing, we're gonna ask our special guest. You want to tell us how you are mentally?
9.5, 9.8,
like that.
all
I
of
like
that.
that. I like that.
I just wake up every day with a purpose.
Come on.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
just don't
sir.
let stuff get me down.
There you go.
It's not. There's nothing. And it took a long time to get there. So when you
Of
know
course.
people, when you know yourself, and you know what to expect from
It
people,
is.
you don't allow stuff to get you down.
Yeah.
Know yourself.
I tell people every day when I go to work, you'll never know when I'm upset.
And just like the cigar law just said, being in tune with self.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
in tune with
that's
self,
a
baby.
superpower.
Every day you wake up, you choose whether you're gonna be happy.
There it
Yep.
is.
And you find what's gonna make you happy. You have a goal set, and you know what's gonna make you happy. That's what you concentrate on.
Come on,
Even
man.
when you're at work, you know what make you happy. If your happy space is your home, you know you got to go back. You're going
Gotta
back
get
to
there.
it. So you just think about that while your day's going on, and you'll be fine.
Yes,
You know,
indeed.
it's all in that train of thought
Yes,
because
indeed, baby.
especially when Mondays come around, everybody, it's Monday. Well, it's just like any other day. And then why?
Yeah,
Just make the best of it.
yeah, definitely. I had to preach those words to my stepson before he was finna get ready to go to work. He said, I said, yeah. I said, I felt the same way this morning, but guess what? You gotta do it.
Gotta
Gotta
do
do
it.
it.
Just focus on the good things about it all. Like, don't focus on the negative about it. So
can always
you're gonna
be
get through
worse.
it.
They can
Yeah,
always
could.
be worse.
You could not have a job to go to.
Sure.
exactly.
Right.
So I don't.
It's
I
somebody
don't-
that would love to change places with you.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see it. Yeah, you see it.
Bird, we got anybody that tapped in with us?
Yeah. We just got Tony Breeze checked in and said after a much needed break and semi-vacation, I'm at an 8.5. Miss Danielle Wells checked in, said I'm at a 10.
10.
Tony Breeze said every day we get a chance and a choice.
Amen.
Yes,
Tony.
sir.
Chance and a choice.
I'm gonna need you this weekend, Tony. 25, 25. 25, 25. Hey, not
man.
much. 25, 25.
And shout out to Tony Breeze, a part of the Seven Smoke Club officially.
Tony Breeze he rolled them bad boy right there.
Oh, so that's who do it?
He's
Oh, so-
our roller.
Yes.
Okay, so
Right.
I get stuff from him too.
Full circle. So you know, full circle. So he's
Yeah.
our roller. You know,
Okay.
he roll our stuff bad. He don't like being on blast, but I had to brag on him every time. When you say it's a good stick, he bragged on your chapter 1, Tony. The ambiance. He bragged on that thing. He's smoking it now.
Hey, and you know what? We're just gonna have a brief moment right now and say this small moment is brought to you by LT Stogies.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why not?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
By way of Seven Smoke.
Yes, sir.
So, we'll give everybody a chance, to come in, tap in, catch up to where we are right now. And why not go ahead on to the cigar moment since we're talking about Tony Breeze and these lovely cigars. He done rolled for 7
Might as
Smoke.
well.
Might as well.
Let's go ahead and tap into it right now. Tell everybody what we're smoking on. I guess I'll start this bad boy off tonight. I am on an Oliva V Especial tonight. Decided to come out rejoicing. And this was the stick I grabbed. And tonight I'm pairing it with my good Uncle Nearest. You know, he taught me some things in life. So tonight
Uncle Nearest gonna teach you something.
He gonna teach me how to have good conversation. So that's what I'm on tonight. You want to tell the people what you smoking tonight?
I don't even know the name of it. I forgot the name of it already.
You got a chapter 1 in your hand?
one?
Chapter
Oh, that's
one.
the ambiance.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
ambiance.
sipping on. I'm smoking on. Was Uncle Nearest. So
Yes.
yeah.
You
it's a
remember the
nice
notes
stick.
by chance?
Yeah, until you ask me.
We all felt like that. So Tony, if you remember the notes to the
Tony
chapter
Breed,
1,
hit it
drop
with them notes
them
in
for
that
us
bad
real
boy.
quick.
Yeah.
So, you know, while we waiting for Tony to type that out, you know, we can say it's blended 7 different ways from 7 different personalities of the group. You know, and that's the beauty of it all. If I'm not mistaken, Cigar Law, I'm pretty sure it has that Habano.
Habano. You have Habano. You have Criolla 98. You have Nicaragua, of course. Dominican also in that bad boy. Cameroon, if I'm mistaken. West Africa.
Oh, from Africa.
Yeah, I think Cameroon. So it's one more missing though, but you pretty much you got some solid
Yeah.
leaves in one, man.
It's
And it's definitely one of them ones that you might well sit back and relax.
Because it's going to take you there.
Sit back and
Yeah.
relax. Take you there. What Trey Songz said?
I'll take you there.
No. I fast forwarded it, bro. You went
I
back.
didn't want to say no Trey songs.
Golly, man.
I didn't want to say no Trey songs.
BYRD, tell the people what you're smoking tonight, brother.
Oh man, speaking of LT Stogies, once again, I got the 7 Smoke Chapter 2 Lifestyle.
Yep.
And once again, if one of y'all can review the notes, because I do not remember.
The chapter 2 lifestyle. The chapter 2 lifestyle is just simple. It's more simple, but it's a Connecticut Nicaragua leaf wrapper or whatever, and filler and binder with a Cuban seed.
There
So
you
that's
go.
we got the full body first, and then we came back with that mild until anybody can smoke that mild. You know what I'm saying? The novice and connoisseur. So it's good for everybody right there, baby. For sure.
Anybody can smoke it, huh?
Anybody.
Yes,
And it smells good too.
Smell good, taste good, make you feel good.
All that all
It
wrapped
is.
up
It's
in
all
one.
good.
Yes, Lord.
All that good stuff. Cigar Law, talk to the
I'm
people.
on this Casa Fuente. I'm trying to find a good little
Take your time.
Casa Fuente.
And while we waiting on Cigar Law, y'all, our viewing family, put in the chat what you're smoking tonight. If you're smoking anything at all, y'all know how we do this. We're one big happy family.
Yeah. So what this bad boy has in it right here, I'm gonna just read this to you. I'm gonna have to do a cheat sheet on y'all this time. This bad boy right here, $26 stick too.
It's an open book test. It ain't no cheat sheet.
Oh, look at him. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Hey, by way of my brother,
Uh-oh.
hey Diggity, he blessed me with this right here last week. So hey, Casa Fuente cigars are among the most rare and storied creation in the Arturo Fuente portfolio. Originally available only at the famed Casa Fuente Lounge in Las Vegas. These cigars were handcrafted to represent the heart of Fuente heritage and elegance. Today, through select partners, it ain't telling me nothing but this bad boys roll with. Yeah. Hold on, y'all. Stick with me. Oh, come on. Give me some. They ain't telling me, y'all.
Don't worry about it.
Help me out, somebody.
I can't do nothing for you.
Casa Fuente.
What you tasting so far?
Oh my goodness, man.
Well, he ain't tasting. Pepper, white pepper. A lot of that for some reason. I'm tasting. We got a Cameroon wrapper. Can't tell you that. We got a Cameroon wrapper. West Africa. We got handmade Dominican Republic. High quality blend of Dominican tobaccos and a smooth wrapper delivering a well-rounded flavor profile. Expecting notes of creamy cedar, earth, and a subtle hint of spice. That's the pepper, I guess you would say. That builds throughout the smoke with the natural sweetness that enhances the overall experience. So that's your Casa Fuente. Pretty nice, man. Pretty good sticks. We're smoking good, smoking smooth. No trouble. Lit it one time and still doing its thing. I love to see that. Evenly burned, evenly lit.
What kind of cut?
A lot of flavor. I did a guillotine on this one right here because it had a torpedo. So I like torpedoes because it's easy cut. So I'm doing a guillotine. I'm not pairing with anything right now because I'm on camera. But I'm just enjoying the moment, the day. I'm happy to be here. Happy to have the guests that we have here tonight. Also, I'm excited about that. So that's where I'm at with it. Sorry it took so long to explain that.
Oh no, there ain't no taking no long time. That's what we're here for. We in the moment.
Yes, sir.
Can't rush that. So I got a cigar question. We don't get them too often, but does the size of the cigar matter with what cut you want to go with?
Size matter. No.
Well, yes. Depending on the type of cigar you have. If you got something like what I have right here, I got a Perfecto black label.
Go ahead and finish telling everybody.
This is one of I can't think of his name, but it's Alex, well-known cigar roller. Actually, he's rolled cigars for many famous people. The one Michael Jordan, that Lancero, he rolled that. But this right here was specially blended for Riley Parks. Okay. Shout out to Riley. But this is one of his signature cigars. But like this one right here, I straight cut it because it's a little more packed. So I want a better pull. So I went ahead and straight cut that thing so I can go ahead and get a pull in.
Is the straight cut the same as the guillotine?
Yes. Yeah. But just say for instance, if you get yourself a Toro, Churchill or something, you want to punch that. That right there, that's still going to give you a nice draw. It's not too much for that tip. Do that. Then if you, like a lot of people say, man, they don't want to do a guillotine because they get tobacco in their mouth, so they'll rather do a V cut. And that'll kind of lessen that tobacco in your mouth. Again, it kind of lessens that pull, but it gives you, whatever, I guess you're just trying to get out of that cigar.
Does the cut of the cigar matter with the burn time?
Yeah.
We talked about the size.
I think so.
But does the cut matter with the burn time as
It
well?
does because that draw gonna make it come. You're just gonna make it burn. The more you pull.
I think the cut matters with the size and the burn time. The size of the stick and the burn time. That's what I've learned I've grew to learn based on the size of it. It's based on what cut I'm gonna give it. A smaller stick, but something like the nub, close to that. Nub like 4 inches. Yeah. But ring gauge 60.
Yeah.
It's just like you smoking a 6-inch stick, but ring gauge 50. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the time frame gonna be there, but if I want a lot of smoke. If I'm smoking something thick like that, like a nub, I want a lot of smoke. So I'll probably do a thick V cut instead of that skinny V cut, or I may do a small guillotine because I wanna pull a lot of, and I may do a punch. Depends on how I'm feeling. Depends on how long I want to continue to smoke that bad boy.
Right there
do a
plays
little
a
punch.
part in it. Yep.
I got about 3 hours right there.
Hey, the reason I ask because I've noticed, based off the type of cigar, the wrapper of it, of course, especially I can speak about me. I've started out with a V cut, but I've noticed, that thing burn out, 10 minutes not smoking it, and you switch to a guillotine and it's burning longer. And it makes it almost make you feel like you're wasting the cigar when you start out with the wrong cut. But, once you find what works for that stick, then, it becomes like a memory thing. You remember that thing. And you say, okay, I'm going to go with this straight cut on this because it's going to burn longer. I ain't got to keep lighting it because sometimes it makes it feel like it takes away from that indulgement when you have to keep relighting that stogie,
I feel. And that happens, especially when you're indulging conversation. If you're talking and ain't smoking, that'd be me. Like some of these sticks right here, we be on here 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and I had the same stick, But depends on what you're doing. If I'm just in the lounge, just cooling it, I'm gonna go through it 115, hour 15. Depends, just if I want to prolong it, I just.
So if you at home relaxing, with your crew like we are tonight, and you like that stogie, what's the average burn time? A normal to average burn time for a stick.
2 hours.
So if somebody smoked that stick in 30 minutes, something wrong with them.
They probably need to get a cigarette.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I call it ammo line.
Oh, Newport Shout.
I mean, between an hour and a half and 2 hours, Eli,
Yeah.
would be a good start.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing, man, you got to let it rest. As you're smoking, you're not gonna continuously just keep puffing.
What is resting allowed to do?
Just pretty much, man. You're gonna savor that flavor.
Savor the flavor.
Savor the
Come on
flavor.
now.
You should be able to get on a good stick. You should be able to get to the third quarter of a football game.
There you go.
Mm.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can't-
That's a good way to look at it.
If you finish with that cigar before the third quarter, you probably don't want to buy another one.
You ain't understanding the
Oh.
purpose of smoking a
or
cigar.
either
Gotcha.
you
Yeah.
smoking it like you're smoking a cigar.
Like a train.
Right.
You can't do that, man.
Man, we was in at the lounge
I
this
like that.
weekend, and me and the guys, man, I got in touch with a couple of guys that I'm in the cigar group, and dude, I had just a regular old Toro. Man, I'm telling you, man, we was in that joke for 5 hours, and I was on that Toro. Dude, 5 hours.
Dang. You doing a lot of talking then. Huh?
Dude, we were doing a lot of talking, but you know what? That was a good smoke because that thing didn't hardly ever go
Yeah,
out.
it is. That's what. That's
There
the
you
thing
go.
right there.
That's why I asked
That thing did not rest up.
And I must
until
say-
probably about the end of the third, that third
good.
third.
That's a long
The
burn.
freshness of the
Yes.
cigar gonna make it.
I was about to say,
Man, dude.
The freshness and how well you light it. Start that bad boy off.
There you go.
And how well you like that bad boy, that's gonna all gonna do.
So-
That freshness definitely is a good.
you talking about lighting it. So what do you look for when you light it to know that it's well lit?
Red.
Well, well, first, I mean, when you toast it, be honest with you, you want to toast it. You don't want to burn it. You know?
Right.
Right.
You want to toast that thing up to where it's evenly all the way around that thing. So when you do that initial pull, it's even. It's going to evenly burn, get
Fact.
lit. That thing should burn evenly the whole time,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
just like that.
A well constructed cigar.
Yes.
You like that bad boy, toast it first, whatever. And I've gained to learn I do dry pulls. I cut it first. Now, I cut it first. I pull dry pull just to see I get some flavors out of that bad boy already early before I even get the smoke coming through the body. So I dry pull, get a taste for it, then I toast it. See, I don't even toast it like this. No, I don't even light it like this no more. Only I toast it good enough, make sure it's red, let the smoke come out, smell what I taste already, let it hit. Continue to burn that, toast that bad boy. Don't put the fire all up on it now.
No.
Right. I'm guilty of doing that.
Yeah, well, we all have. I'm sure.
yes.
Yeah, I'm guilty of doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, don't
Because you in a
overdo it.
hurry.
Burning the darn.
Yeah, you want to go ahead and get it started. You trying to get it started.
Yeah, right.
You ready to go.
You got it's
Yeah.
it's a slow leisure, so you gotta do everything slow with it. Everything slow with it. Everything
Patient.
patient. So you know the tip of the fire is the hottest part of the fire anyway.
Like you smoking meat,
So you like exactly.
low and slow.
So you like that bad boy? You think it's red enough? You blow it. See that thing get red. You see some dark spots. I mean, you need to, or it may have depends on how well constructed it is. It may have a little seed or something, or a little blockage that you know it's not gaining that.
Yeah.
But don't give up on. Just keep burning. It'll go around that piece right there, and it'll be stuck up in the ash, and it'll fall off eventually. But you make sure the majority of the foot of this bad boy is red, and you in the game. Then you know that whole thing is evenly burnt.
See, I'm not as rich as you guys, so
Oh,
I don't.
he used the R word.
I like for my cigars.
You heard it too.
When I'm done, not when I'm done, but when I sit it down, I don't mind relighting it.
Yeah, right.
Because I don't want my cigar, because the cigar is not cheap for anybody who's just
I ain't
thinking
wasting
about
nothing.
getting into it.
Yeah.
So
I ain't wasting
if
nothing.
I'm not smoking, I don't want to do it too much burn if I'm going to be engaged in a long conversation. Because, sometimes you go talking, you sit it down,
Forget all
you look
about it.
back, and you got about this much ass. Man, I done spent $25 on the cigar and I ain't did nothing but let it burn. So sometimes it just like you said, depends on the cut of the cigar.
Yeah.
Like when you first start, I tell people anytime you first start, don't go out there buying a whole bunch of expensive
Right,
cigars.
right.
I
Get
mean,
a feel
don't
of
do
it.
that because you're wasting money.
Wasting money.
And it might be something you don't even like.
Exactly.
You might not even
Yes.
like it. So
It's a lot of great cheap cigars. You hear me?
Yeah.
A lot of well rolled. Man, Padermo. I just take my hats off Padermo.
You say cheap. I like affordable.
Affordable.
That, yeah, too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
part. I like
Affordable's
it.
fine.
Yeah, affordable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, my first cigar I ever smoked was Brick House.
Brick
Brick
House.
House Maduro always
Yeah.
gonna
Yes,
be
sir.
it's always gonna be a fallback. If you don't have a lot of money and you want a good, decent smoke, I've yet to go wrong with that.
Yep.
Or even the Monte Cristo.
Yep.
Monte Cristo.
The 10
Monte
year,
Cristo got some nice ones,
the
man.
10-year anniversary cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with those.
Can't go
But
wrong,
like
yeah.
you said, you're not spending a whole lot of money.
That's right.
But you're not smoking something
Right.
that you don't want.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was a Nub, Connecticut. Came out swinging. Got it from
I remember that.
liquor store.
Yeah.
Remember that.
And I learned real quick.
Nub got some power now.
Take your time.
Yes, sir.
Nub
Yeah.
got some kick.
Great,
Nub
great,
is
great
very
stick.
flavorful, man. Very flavorful.
Well
Like
constructed
you said,
too.
it's my fallback on too. So we done got the size matter. We done got cut. We done got how to light it.
Yeah.
And then so I got one more thing, and then I let Bird hit the comment. So it's the season's changing, and for some reason or another, we go from cold to hell here in South
yeah.
Georgia. So
Real quick.
So what would you recommend a good temperature setting for a humidor for a cigar, especially right now with the temperatures up and down, up and down?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you gauge what's a good setting on that humidor?
Depends on where you have your humidor. Because see, mine's
Yeah.
outside in my man cave.
Okay.
So the temperature's gonna fluctuate,
Yeah, you gonna have a hard time getting you right if it's outside.
but I have it
Yeah.
enclosed, so I kind of
Okay.
got it where I can
Gotcha. You have it
handle
where you
the-
can regulate it a little bit. Yeah.
handle the temp.
I got you. Yeah, the temperature is basically, man, a lot of the times that temperature where you want it at is that the burn time. You have it too you have too much humidity, it's not gonna burn right. It's gonna burn slow, it's gonna keep going out. Then you have it too you have the humidity too high,
Gonna dry it out.
it's gonna dry out, you're gonna have a smoky cigar. And you're just gonna be burning, for leaf, I guess, it'd be real smoky. So you want to have it right there in the middle where you'll have a nice burn. The cigar stays fresh. Those notes come out nice, clean. You will be able to find them. I keep mine. I mean, I got 2 humidor. Well, man, look,
You got more than two.
I got my settings, man,
Don't lie
set
to
on.
the people.
We know it.
Yeah,
I seen it.
Tell know yourself.
yeah, man. My humidor is all over the place.
But and I ask that because it ain't nothing worse than getting a cigar that start unraveling on you.
That's too
Yeah.
wet.
Or too
Or
dry.
Too dry.
Should be too dry. Yeah.
And I'm specifically
The
speaking about the
temperature-
dryness.
I like to keep my temperature around 66, 72. That's why I use a lot of them gel packs, even in my humidor, my cooler thingy that we call it
Yeah.
cooler. But I try to keep it in that because my cooler go up to 66 for one. But sometimes I want a little, because I keep it cool in the house. You know what I'm saying? But and you may see it go down to 60 and 57. Like I kind of want you that low. We okay, but I don't want you that low.
Can you reset it when it gets that low?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You can reset it. You can actually,
it's
man.
plug in, so it's like it's digital and all that good stuff. So,
Sometimes you can open the door.
yeah.
Yeah, leave the door open. You
door.
can leave it open for a couple hours, man, and
Yes,
close
sir.
it. Go
Yep.
ahead and regulate that thing back
That's a
right where it
fact.
need to be.
I have a cigar question for you guys. You see on a lot of those cigar pages on Facebook, guys talk about how long the ash lasts. I mean, I mean, to me, if the cigar is good, I don't care how long the ash lasts. I'm
Yeah.
not smoking the ash, but some people
Yeah.
like to sit there and let the ash go, and then they drop it and they make it a mess. Why you gonna make a mess?
Yeah, on your white shirt.
Yeah, or on anything.
Yeah.
Drop it on the floor. What y'all think about that? Does that determine? Do y'all think that determine how well crafted a cigar is?
It will determine how well crafted it is.
Yes, yeah.
But the thing is, man, don't sit there and just. I mean, it ain't gonna take long to know that you gotta. Just like when I just did mine, that thing was nice, still firm, beautiful burn with it, man. The ash was nice and white. I got a good crafted cigar. Pop that thing out, man, and go keep going.
It was fascinating. It was fascinating when I first got into cigar smoking to see that, But I'm like, I tried it several times. It's too much. It's too much focus. It's like a science project almost, man. I just want to smoke and enjoy my stick. I knock it off now.
Yeah.
But again, I don't want it to fall on.
That's
nothing.
it. You're trying to hold a cigar
Yeah.
real
A certain
gentle
way.
and neat so it won't fall
Yeah.
on. Man, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
not that deep into it.
Yeah, I put it back and just let it fall eventually by
Yeah.
itself in there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I ain't trying to have it fall on me because that don't happen to me. Boy, I don't know
many
how many times. Yeah.
Messed up a lot of good sweatpants.
Tell about it. Bird, we got any comments? Anybody tapping in with us?
So
Yes, sir. First we got Cluck Norris checked in and said, blessings, gentlemen.
Look,
What
up,
happened,
man?
club?
Deshaun Smith said, yo, afternoon, family.
Yes, sir. What's good?
7 Smoke Q checked in and said, family.
What's happening, Q?
What's going on?
Rock.
Cedric Montgomery checked in and said, my usual fat bottom Betty with a bourbon dip tip with Crown Royal and cranberry, Drew Estate. I hear you.
Okay, now.
Blake Folsom
The
checked
standard is the
in.
standard with that man.
He love them legends now.
Yeah.
Legend good, man.
Yeah.
That's a sweet. That good. You black.
Got Blake Folsom said, legal provider number 9, caffeine-free Diet Coke.
Oh, Blake.
And
Blake,
I'm
what's
not
up,
as
baby?
privy to a lot of these names, so I'm not even gonna trip up on it. So Avery,
Hey, you seen
if
Tony
you want to hit
Breeze?
Tony Breeze, like, cause he explained the chapter 1, the ambiance chapter 1.
I got you. The ambience chapter 1. This is what the stick you smoking over here. The ambiance chapter 1. My way of 7 Smoke. The ambience chapter 1 is Habanero 2000 wrapper, Connecticut shade binder, Nicaragua Ligero Esteli, aged Dominican Ligero, Criolla 98 aged, Nicaraguan Viso. I want to say Jalapa. I think it is Jalapa filler. Aged Dominican Seco Pilato Cubano. And that's what you got. That's all you got in that stick you smoking right
Yeah,
there.
that's a
Yeah.
nice stick. That's a nice stick.
And you see
Yes,
the next one
indeed.
where he say he's smoking on Mama Chula.
A Mama Chula. Oh, that's theirs.
Yeah.
That's his wife. He got one for his wife. So yeah. I gotta get that one out.
That's on the breed we talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If I ain't mistaken, that's the word, man.
Yeah, there's more words attached to that. I'm not.
LT Stoke. That's that Mama Chula by LT Stoke is Mexican Oscuro wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, Picaroon filler, Paraguay filler, Nicaraguan Ligero Esteli filler. Dang, boy.
See,
This is a tribute to my wife. Will be on the sale next week. Let's go.
yes, sir.
Like the sound
Let's
of that.
go, baby. I like that, folks. Yeah. He spoke on the temperatures. He said should be at least 30. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not. He said 30. This is about the smoking. Between smoking, should be at least 30 to 45 seconds between each pull. If not, you will definitely char or burning the cigar.
Okay.
He spoke on the temperature. Temperature should be around 62, no more than 72. Pretty good.
Cedric checked back in and said, legends on the way. Eric should be here Wednesday.
They get him telling too much.
Hey.
See, I told you, that's him. He always
Yep.
talking too much.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
Hey, this episode of this session of Cigar Moment is sponsored by no other than Preferred Window 10. Preferred Window 10, best east of Mississippi. Preferred Window 10. What's that? Go ahead, hit it.
Oh,
Tell
what?
the address.
Address.
733 East Hill Avenue, Valdosta, Georgia. Hey, come on by. You can call or you can stop by. Phone number 229-474-5082. Hey, come by and get your quote. Chop it up with your boy.
You don't get no discounts.
Preferred window tint.
It's business.
Hey,
Ain't nothing personal.
It's
he
business,
said
baby.
don't get no
You don't
discount.
get no discounts. You don't get. And for those of y'all that have come out to the Cuban night events and seen us in our lovely shirts, those are made by the lovely ladies in Lake Park by way of Diamond Tea Embroidery.
Come on now. Bless
Beautiful
us.
work, quick turnaround.
Diamond T.
They've come through for us many times. That's Diamond Tea Embroidery down in Lake Park, Georgia. Tell them 7 Smoke sent you.
Come on now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I want to say before we get into this sports talk or whatnot, you know, it's that season. It's always that season if you're into sports like that, not quite like me. Get you some wings to go with that. Call up Bird Gang Chicken, man.
Oh, Burger Gang.
Gang chicken.
229-305-0655. Available for festivals, vendors, catering services, and he also got his own spot in Adel, Georgia, and that address is 1003 West 4th Street, Adel, Georgia. Make sure you call. Check him out.
Walk in, get your wings, go outside, stand up and eat them.
Yes,
There
sir.
you go.
If the thing flowing good tonight, so we're gonna slide into this sports smoke. I don't really know what's going on too much except the Lakers got put out.
Boy.
Hey, Deshaun, what happened?
That's all I do know. What else I missed?
All that
I mean, you talking about what was the Lakers seed? They was like what? 2
Three.
or 3?
3, 4,
They got
something
beat
like
by a
that.
7 seed.
Toe down.
I mean, bully. Them boys, like, you couldn't stop. They couldn't stop Edwards from scoring, man. I mean, we know the Lakers don't play no defense anyway. But still, like, good girl, you couldn't go blow for blow. You got three of the top players in them games with Edwards, James, and Luka.
And still.
And I mean, Luka, they seemed like they was a play-in team. Like they was like last year, they played in. Like the Warriors. Warriors a play-in team. They were 7.
Oh yeah, they sure were.
And knocked off number 2. What that?
Man,
Boy last night.
Man,
Houston was number 2.
yeah.
Them young boys right there,
Man.
they gonna get tired.
Boy, I'm talking about for real.
I like Houston for the future, man. I like Houston in the future for sure. But I'm gonna still stick with my OKC taking it all, man. I just it's just something about them boys. I've been calling this for the last 2 or 3 years.
You asked me earlier this year, was I sure about that Lakers? I said, yeah. Prove me wrong. I owe him a bottle.
That mid-season trade, man. You got that chemistry.
You traded your only rim protector for no defense.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
But
man.
you know how the
But
Lakers
no
are. They
defense.
always want to have a top star, and they know LeBron is almost on his way out.
Yeah.
But you got to take advantage of LeBron's last years. You got to
Got
put
to.
something around him
That's
to
right.
win. And you needed a rim protector. Now, if you going to get rid of Davis and you got another rim protector,
Come on.
I would have understood that. But I still didn't understand why the coach didn't play Jackson Hayes. That's your only other big man. So I'm just wondering,
substitutions
is this
was
too
terrible.
big for JJ? I know this is his first year, so you're going to get a pass. But you're not going to get a pass from the Lakers fan.
No.
When you got LeBron getting this kind of money, you know he's at the end of his career. These
Yeah.
people want championship.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
That's a
kind of
fact.
that's
right.
kind of awkward to me why he chose not to play him.
I mean, like, come on. The game, LeBron didn't score no points in the fourth quarter. But he didn't trade. He didn't substitute no one in the fourth quarter. They played the whole fourth quarter.
He did that the game before. He played the entire team the whole second half.
That
The
part.
starting five, the second
Like,
half.
that's crazy.
And LeBron not 28 anymore.
Man.
I mean, Father Time
Don't
is
care
not
how
gonna
he
lose.
Oh yeah.
Boy, that
You're
was,
gonna be reminded eventually. Everybody gonna tell you to rest me.
man, oh,
But
man.
like you said, you know LeBron gonna get you 2 strong quarters eventually.
Oh, yeah.
So you either gonna have to make a trade for someone who can do it in the first half until LeBron, you say LeBron
Yeah.
for that second half, or if not, you're gonna have to revamp that team.
Yeah.
Real. That's true.
It'll be rebuilding all over and over and over
But
again.
again, like you said, all your assets you've given them away.
Yep.
So it's gonna be a rebuilding, long rebuild.
Long rebuild for sure.
And that the only thing that's popular in sports. I really ain't been keeping up this round.
Yeah, and that pretty
Now y'all
much.
got to get Steph his love now.
Man.
Y'all got to get
Best
Steph his
shooter in
love.
the game.
Shout out to them boys, man. Steph Curry, them Golden State Warriors, boy.
He had me worried for a minute though,
Yeah,
man.
they
He
did.
had
They
me
were playing
worried.
with them boys, man.
He
They want
had me
that thing to
worried,
go to
man.
7 games.
Golly,
man.
boy, he had me worried.
That was one of the best series.
Man,
The first round. That series right there was exciting. It kept you on your toes, man. That it was a lot of intense play. Remind me of some old school basketball. Them young boys didn't back down from Green Effery. You know
Oh,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Oh,
Green-
man.
Come on now, don't do Green like
Hey.
that.
No, you know,
You gotta give
Green,
that
the modern day Dennis Rodman.
You got to give that man his props.
And I do, man. I do.
Watch this series when they play. Watch they put him on Luca.
Boy.
I mean not Luca, the Joker.
And just frustrated. Just get him out of the
Just
game.
frustrated.
That's
He
it.
knows how to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
hey, they let him shoot a few last night,
man,
man.
started out with
Yeah.
he the first
When he got over
threes.
20 points almost, or over 20.
Man, they messed my prize picks up,
Man,
I
man.
forgot.
He said he messed up your prize pick.
He started. He hit a 2. He got a 2. Then he hit a 2 3s. So he had 8. Started out with 8 points.
Man,
quick.
dude, man,
Less
I
than
was
4
like-
minutes.
Boy, look here. I was looking like, wow, look at him. They gave, and then he started missing. I was like, y'all stop giving the ball.
The other night they had you had Green on the top of the key, and they backed off him. Dare you to shoot. Dare you to shoot. Oh, they went home after that game. And
Yeah.
said, boy, I remember back in the day, Green didn't mind shooting that 3,
No.
So
and he made, you know, but the other night, last night, oh boy, yeah, leave me open today. He was shooting. When he opened, he was shooting that bad.
Man, I was like, man,
What you
boy,
last night,
it
now?
was scary, man. I swear it was.
It scared me
scary.
last night because I was like, man, what happened? When he started scoring like that, I was like, man, Draymond is on a mission. But the same thing when you look at how Gobert played the other night.
Yeah.
I said, man,
Come on,
what
that
happened?
part.
man.
What happened to
That
Gobert?
What in the world, man?
But that goes back to, like you said, coaching.
Yeah.
You didn't have no rim protector. Gobert out there looking like Shaq.
And taking everything out of him. They couldn't guard him. They
Nothing.
couldn't rebound over none of that.
You got all smalls on the court.
Yeah, all smalls, and he made y'all look extra small.
Man.
But shout out to them boys, man. Shout out to the Warriors for moving on to the next. We got the Knicks and the Celtics playing right now. That's gonna be a good series, I think. Very competitive,
Physical.
very physical. Yeah.
Yes,
But I know you said you like
get you.
OKC.
Mm-hmm.
You know the guy, Jay Will. His
Will,
dad used
yeah.
to be stationed out here in Moody with me.
Really?
Yeah, man, that guy, he came into the league on fire.
Man, and that lankiness, man. He's a player.
His brother got drafted this year too. His brother went to Colorado State. His brother got drafted.
Wow.
That's good
They
stuff.
will. Them guys, they got I think they're very close knit. Still the youngest team in the league, from what
Right.
they say. But they just play together, man. The coach Steve
Not
Fallon,
selfish.
not selfish at all. When
Shay.
when Shay ain't on, they are.
Yeah.
Not just one or two. It's like the majority of them jokers, they know, okay, our boy ain't on, we got to tighten up. And they get it. And they play defense.
Team effort.
They play defense, man.
Hey, I got to get with you now. You know, said listening.
Yeah.
Just be honest, man. You know they robbed Dyson Daniels out of defensive player of
Oh
the year this
man.
Come on now.
Come on now, don't tell me anything other than that. You know they robbed him. You don't think so? Who played better defense than Dyson?
Man, they robbed him.
Thank you.
He got robbed.
Yeah, you
Say
gonna
it,
admit-
you
you
gotta
gonna
be.
admit that?
Say I have to, man.
Dang.
Yeah,
They kind of robbed Trey on that clutch player too now.
man.
Yeah.
They kind of robbed Trey on that clutch play.
Man, look here, man. Trey looked like, man, he would have. Trey the only one out there, man.
The only one.
The only-
Only one. Yeah, you try to hang with the home team, but
Yeah.
it's like
God,
just can't
man.
figure it out. I guess I need to start watching some more
They need a
basketball
big.
right now.
They just need a big. That's the answer.
Yeah.
That's what they're missing, a big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll see.
Whole hog, man. They out there look like chicken hog, man. Golly, man. Chicken hog, man. Golly.
So I probably missed it last week, and I don't want to backtrack. But just moving forward, looking forward to like football season next year. Who's our sleeper team? Who's the team to watch NFL wise?
I like the Falcons did in the draft. The
Yes.
first time I can say this, in last 4 years maybe, I like how they came out with defensive SEC, first two SEC dogs.
Yeah.
One from Tennessee, one from Georgia. Thank God he got, so now he can help.
You got the safety from Notre Dame.
Got to say, oh yeah, and he I love him. Agile, move around real good, can play multiple positions back there in that defense secondary. I love that. But I sleeper wise, I don't know if there'll be a sleeper because that offense still has to do something. The defense, if we can hold some teams less than 20, we gotta get at least 21 points.
Gotcha.
We gotta at least do that. Who else we got that was noticeable? I was just so pissed off on the Shador Sanders thing. Like, that just threw
Cleveland
me
had
off.
a nice draft.
Cleveland did.
They had a
good-
nice draft.
So good. I'm glad. I hope they, man, 'cause
I think it's safe to say we might be taking a trip down to Jacksonville too, just to
easy trip, baby.
watch our boy Hunter play.
Easy trip.
You know.
I would love to see that
I just want to see where they're gonna put him.
everywhere.
What you got?
I like the aggressiveness, but that's gonna be a good pick for Cleveland next year because Jacksonville is not gonna win a lot of games.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's just that team needs a whole lot in that.
Because they got a new head coach this year too, right?
That trade, that first round pick gonna be valuable for Cleveland next year because Jacksonville they're not gonna win no 10, 11 games.
We shall see.
Oh, who just feel? Oh, Cowboy Jack.
Oh, Cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who like Cowboy?
Cow. I mean, nobody. Oh no,
Oh, no, Cowboy. Nobody.
Hey.
Oh,
Hey, he got concerned.
man, I'm about to walk out.
What is Q?
It's a good question. I think.
What is Q?
Is he a Falcon too?
Who Q? He say he a Falcon.
Q.
He say he won.
Yeah, you're Falcon. One he joined the Cowboy.
I know said is if ain't nobody else.
Oh, well,
won.
me and Sid together.
Me too.
Me and Sid together. on that.
Win, lose, draw.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, when she said Falcons have a top 10 offense this year, the defense is gonna kill. And he said, "Don't do us like that, Avery. We got one player. We one player away. Let's go Hawks."
Oh man,
As you said,
we're not gonna
big.
worry too much, man, about that. All right, I'm not gonna worry too much about it.
Anybody
I'm
else
still,
tap in, Bird?
Yeah. Still said got Mo. He said Dyson killed this year, and then he agreed when y'all said robbed. He also said, "Let's go Braves, chopping and chanting."
Hey, we can agree to that.
Yeah, they figured it out.
They getting players back from that was injured, so
That
they
part.
starting them bats starting to
Yes,
wake
sir.
up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He Georgia across the board, huh?
All the way,
day. Yeah.
non-stop.
No, except for college. I'm Florida State and Duke, so
I'm Duke
I'm
basketball.
a Seminole and I'm a Duke basketball fan.
Good
Yeah,
deal.
I'm Duke basketball fan. I was so disappointed in them.
Man, that hurt. That crushed.
That
That,
hurt,
that
man.
was. Ooh.
My whole day, rest of my day,
He said
was jacked up.
Jacked up all the
Jacked
way.
up.
But we got the Boozer boys coming, so we
Boozer boys.
reload.
Two twins, right? Mm-hmm. Bad, boy.
Can't wait to see him.
We reload.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Ooh, yeah.
Well,
that,
shoot.
That hurt my feelings right there, though.
We done got to this part where we gonna pay some bills. So when we come back, we'll have our special guest and we'll keep this conversation going. So don't go nowhere. Y'all sit tight. Gonna pay some bills. But until then, y'all just continue to smoke.
Smoke, baby.
Smoke. Yeah. We back, baby. Another week, another episode of 7 Smoke Cigar Table Talk, man. I'm here with my guys, my brothers, my compadres, you know what I'm saying?
7 Smoke Cigar Table Talk. Listen every Thursday at 8 p.m.
You missed it Thursday at 8, catch it Sunday at 2.
You hear me?
on In the Mix Radio.
People listen now. In the mix.
In the Mix Radio.
Scan the code or visit live 365.com/station/In the Mix Radio. Smokes Up Thursdays at 8 p.m. Then again on Sundays at 2 p.m.
Okay.
The R Report is the most talked about new urban website out.
That's insane!
Oh, yeah. Bringing you the latest on everything, music, entertainment, news, and more. You also get the scoop on everything from the biggest artists to the hottest new independent artists buzzing in the industry. Grab a copy of the magazine or visit them online at therreportmag.com. For advertising and spotlight inquiries, call 229-569-0018. The R Report. Visit therreportmag.com.
It's your boy Zell, 7 Smokes on, supporting Cluck Norris and Bird Gang Chicken. The best wings in South Georgia. Got over 20 different handmade flavors. Make sure to try his specialty handmade ranch and also home of the chimichanga cheesecake.
Chimichanga.
He also will be having a new spot opening up down in Adel, Georgia. That's going to be 1003 West 4th Street, Adel, Georgia. Shout out Bird Gang Chicken and Cluck Norris.
What up? It's Cigar Law here, representative of 7 Smoke Cigars. Make sure y'all go visit mysockTherapy.com. My brother Gerard Brown, CEO of Sock Therapy. Go find you some socks, men, women, and kids. They have a plethora of different types of designs and socks for men, women, and kids. Make sure y'all go and find some socks, man. Make sure you type in the promo code 7SMOKE. Get your 10% discount. Let them know 7 Smoke sent you, baby. Until next time, continue to smoke.
Hey, yo, Avery, I just got a brand new Chevy Blazer, man. I need to get them things tinted. Where I need to go?
Oh, shoot, man. Just bring them on over here to Preferred Window Tint, man.
Oh, yeah?
I'll get you taken care of, man.
What all you do?
Hey, man, I tint the windows on the fronts. If you want the fronts tinted, I tint the whole thing. Dude, pretty much, man, I tint whatever they got glass in it, I'll tint it.
Okay. How can I book?
Oh, man, well, all you got to do, man, is give us a call at 229-474-5082.
Do you only do cars?
No, man, I do residential, commercial, I even do heavy equipment.
Okay, bet. Well, I will be coming soon. What's the address? Did you say?
Oh man, 733 East Hill Avenue,
Okay, bet.
Valdosta, Georgia.
We pulling up real soon. Then I need that tent.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right.
Yo, it's Shy, Young Bull, 7 Smoke Cigars. If you're looking for premium cigars, go holler at Sam at Gibson Tobacco, 1407 West Hill Avenue, Valdosta, Georgia. Tell them 7 Smoke sent you.
Shows can't run without production. For the best in the game, contact I Am Bird. For all your mastering, mixing, podcast, and live stream needs, I Am Bird is your guy. You can reach him at iambird.com.
Hey, yo, Bird, these things on?
And we are bite.
Hey.
I know y'all not used to
happened?
seeing my face first, but we gotta remind y'all of something. This Saturday, I know we got a whole lot of things going on this weekend. You gotta take care of your ladies and your mamas, and you got some shopping and things to do. But after you get done with that, come join us for a smoke and a sip at Big Nick's Juke Joint for the next Cuban Nights, Mother of the Leaf edition. We got Saxy Mike coming again, right? Yep. We're gonna have some good music, good time as always, good
Pop's
smoke,
birthday,
good drink.
Big Law.
We got Big Law birthday going on. What else we got going on?
in May.
I think you said 2 birthdays.
We got birthdays going on. We got graduation. VSU. Shout out to VSU.
Yeah, congratulations
graduates.
to the graduates.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
they're gonna be. So it's this weekend. I'm sure they're gonna be out there too. So yeah, it's gonna be a good night. Comedy show going down also there at Big Nick. Sorry, go ahead, bud.
Yes, sir. That's it. Come join us this Saturday, May 10th, starting at 6 o'clock until. You know how we do if you've been there
And we
before.
got a new look for y'all. I ain't telling you. I ain't telling none of you.
New look for what? Oh, you talking about at the thing?
At Big Nick.
You just
we
gotta-
got a new look for y'all.
You got to show up and find out what it look like.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna pass it back out to the front.
Hey, we back. We
Yes,
we done got through first half of this. We done did our mental check. If you missed it, just drop it in the chat. Let us know how you doing today. On a scale of 0 to whatever you want that number to end with. We done had our cigar moment. We done. If you missed that, drop it in the chat. Let us know what you're smoking tonight if you're smoking and what you're pairing it with. And we done had a little sport talk. But it's your boy Sweet Jones holding it down tonight. I ain't doing it by myself. I'm with my brothers, my compadres. We got BYRD holding it down back there on the production.
Yes,
we got
sir.
Cigar Law, as he call it. And what seat?
The kitty table.
In the kitty table. We got a Diggity Dog in here. And as you can see to my left, might be your right, we got our special guest tonight, none other than our good brother, Councilman, Mr. Eric Howard. Let's give it up for him.
I like that shirt, Eric. I like that shirt, man.
Yeah, I like that
Yes,
too.
sir,
I like
man.
that too.
What that shirt say?
How low can
Public
you go?
enemy.
Public
Death
enemy.
row?
Yeah, I
What
like
a
them
brother
guys.
know. Once again, back is the incredible.
Old school.
Yeah,
what pause that with that?
Don't mess them up with that. They,
Oh man, they ain't ready. They ain't ready.
they ain't good for good. They ain't ready for that good rap.
Yeah.
But you know what? We appreciate you for taking some time out of your beautiful Monday to come hang out with the 7 Smoke crew. So, you know, we're going to take our time, you know, have our conversation. Let the people know who you are and who is Eric Howard.
I appreciate the invite, fellas. It means a lot. But yeah, I'm Eric Howard, City Councilman, District 4. Coming up on the end of my 2nd term, so I think I'm gonna run for re-election, and then I think I'm gonna pass it off to somebody else and let them have it.
Okay.
I think that's a lofty goal to set for yourself. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. I'm gonna win.
There you
Yeah,
go.
oh, man.
Speak
Oh,
that
man.
thing.
I'm gonna
Yes,
win
sir.
again.
Speak that,
then
baby.
I'm gonna
It's
pass
yours.
it off. So
Like that.
Like that.
Yeah, so we have a lot of good things going on in the city. So don't listen to all the negative. You look at the growth we had, especially like I said, I'm District 4, so our district has had growth, the most growth since I've been in office. Over the last 8 years, our district has grown the most. So that's one thing that I can say I'm proud of, and we recognized some stuff that we had to do in our area because of the growth. So it was put a lot of focus on. We just put another police station and fire department right there on the end of, well, it's in the county. That part is the county, so it's not Obama. It's still North Forest Street. So those are some of the things.
Okay.
If you look at the growth, like you said, we're coming out here towards where the light at, right there where the apartment, where they get ready to put apartments and houses right there on the back side of Branch Point. So all that area is growing. So yeah, we got a lot of growth going on in the city. A lot of jobs coming here that's paying wages where people can work one job and go home and be with their families. So those are some of the most important things we try to concentrate on now.
Love that, and we're gonna dive deep to that a little later. I want to separate you from that councilman title and just talk about Eric. Who is Eric? What is Eric like in a normal day routine?
Man, I'm just a regular guy. I just like to have fun and kick it with the fellas, and I'm not one of those people who like to be around a lot of people, but you know, sometimes it comes with the territory. I have my little group of guys that we sit around and do what you guys do, talk about life, talk about everyday life, you know, sharing information, try to lift one another up, you know, check on you, see how you doing, and encourage you when you down, and
Absolutely.
congratulate you when you're doing good.
That's right.
You know?
Yes, sir.
But also hold yourself, holding one another accountable.
Absolutely. Number one.
Amen to that. Yes, sir.
That's one thing me and my partner Tim the same. We like to talk about holding one another
That's my
accountable.
mentor.
So,
Wow,
yeah,
that's crazy. Small
he's a good,
circle,
man.
boy.
He's a good guy, man.
Wow.
He's always been someone with a level head since
Yeah,
I met
absolutely.
him. So yeah,
Absolutely.
I like.
Shout out to
Talking to
the
that
God, man. Tim the same, baby.
I like to call what we do fellowshipping because, you know, once we all start fellowshipping, because they bring everybody together, you start realizing the connections and who are already in the family, who you know, and realize why you blend so well with them. So tell us, you gave us the very first stick that you smoked, right? How did you get introduced to that stick? If you can remember.
I got introduced to cigars by a guy named Sam Wilson. That's who I got introduced to a cigar. But the first one that I actually bought for myself, when we started hanging out, he would bring them. But you know, I'm not, man, look, this stuff costs money. I'm not going to keep on asking you for no cigars. So that's the very first one that I bought. And ever since then, you know, I always like to indulge in a beverage. So, you know, the bourbon paired well with the cigars to me. So I always, from then on, I just started trying different cigars to find out, you know, what I like.
Gotcha. I did hear you mention that, if I'm not mistaken, that you were in the service.
Yes.
So I want to thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
You know, this
Yes,
month,
sir.
you know,
Sure.
we'll be remembering those that served. But you know, for those that are still here, just want to take that moment to say thank you. I know we'll have that time in November, but no day can go by without us thanking, you know, for your service. Which branch did you serve in?
I was in the Air Force.
How long?
I was in a total of 12 years.
12 years. One is enough for me. I ain't never went though, but just from what I see, you know, that seems like a lot. So you definitely thank you for your service. But you know, you dove right into your passion, right? Being a councilman. So how did you start? What interests you into running to become the councilman for your first term?
We're just talking to different people in the community, listening to some of the stuff that they saw that we didn't have, or some thoughts that they thought we needed. And so I always asked them, why don't you run? Why don't you do it? And so a couple of conversations went by with some people, and they encouraged me to do it. So I thought about it and sat down, talked with my family, made sure that was something that I was ready to do. And so I went from there and haven't looked back.
What is the first thing you would do, or you would recommend someone that wants to run for office in their city, what is the very first thing that you would have them to do? You would recommend them to do?
Get that book and find out what the roles and responsibilities are for a city council.
Man.
That's it.
Because a lot of times you hear people who see you doing it and think because something's not getting done that they can do it. But so you look at the roles and responsibilities and look at your city charter. Your city charter is just like our Constitution.
Yeah.
If you're not allowed to do it, I may want to go. We all have lofty goals.
That's
We
right.
may want
That's
to
right.
do something, but
That's right.
if it's not in your ability as a council person, you can't do it. The only thing you can do is you have to work with your state legislators and
Right.
see if they help you make some of those changes so that you're able to do it. But the main thing I would tell people, if you want to get into this, do a lot of reading up, go out here and talk to people. I'm telling you, go to those little league games, go to some city council meetings,
show face.
go to some of those chamber meetings, and go out there and take that government 101 class, so you can find out, all the different moving parts within the city. So when you do step up there and run, and you have a candidates debate or something like that, you'll be speaking factual. You won't just be throwing off a whole bunch of stuff that people want to hear.
Exactly.
And then you can't get it done or you don't do it. First thing they want to do is, he lied to me.
Man.
She lied to me.
Man,
but because you didn't know what you were able to do.
Right.
So that's probably what I would recommend.
How do you deal with the flack that comes from the citizens in your district or period? Like, you get a lot of negative feedback, I guess you could say, based on something that was promised or said that was gonna be done. It ain't going fast enough for them. That's a lot of them don't even understand. It's a process. And all this. So how do you deal with the people when it comes to getting a lot of negative feedback?
Tell them the truth.
Tell them the truth.
Just tell them the truth. And like you said, you tell them the truth, then you explain to them and you show them how, like you said, show them the process.
Right.
And a lot of times they'll understand.
Yeah.
And then, you have some people that just want it done now just because it's them. And it just doesn't work that way.
Right.
You just have to, like you said, you just tell them the truth, and then they can take it from there.
And y'all have your meetings monthly.
Yeah, we have two meetings a month.
Meetings a month.
We have a work session on Tuesday. As a matter of fact, tomorrow. Then city council meeting will be on Thursday. Okay. And then the second meeting of the month will be on the third Thursday. Do they show up? Do the people show up and express what they want, changes, so on and so forth, talk about the roads or the trees or whatever? Do they actually come and express their concerns? Not in the numbers that we would like. And I think since we start airing stuff on social media, sharing our meetings on social media, that kind of cut back on some. But the people who come and they have an issue, we try to listen to them, and we try to make sure we get them an answer within the next couple of days. Most of the time, if they come up and express something, we have one of the department heads talk to them right after the meeting. And like you said, they may not get the answer that they want, but you have someone who's in charge of that department who can explain to you the process. So that's what I like about it most.
Good. You got a lot because I asked them questions because I see a lot of get a lot of people talking and don't know the process of law enforcement. There's a process, and they think we got all the power, and we don't. Regardless of our position, we don't have the power to just do what you call us to do all the time. We can't discipline your child. You have to discipline your child. Your child don't want to put his phone down. You call us, and then we can't do nothing, and you go blast us on social media. Yeah. You go blast us out, and or you got an issue with crime in your neighborhood. You go to Facebook instead of coming to the council meeting. Like we don't know nothing unless you show something. You got let us know something so we can rectify the issue. But a lot of them, they Facebook is their council meeting. Social media is their council meeting. But yet it's right there in your town, less than 2 minutes away from anywhere in Quitman. Come to the council meeting. I do a crime hall meeting every month also. Crime hall meeting. We want everybody, the neighboring towns, counties, or whatever, school teachers, community leaders, pastors, we want everybody to come out to this crime hall meeting and let's talk about the issues we got in our community so we can all find a way to work together
But yet, not the numbers that I want.
Right.
But it's right there. Everything is presented to everybody, but you can't make them do it. But their safe place is social media.
I was gonna say, but they'll make sure they blast.
They'll go there quick, boy.
Right.
They'll
Social media has made a lot of people celebrities and stars for no talent at all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can. There's nothing that goes on in this community, equipment, but also that someone doesn't know about.
Right.
But like you said, everyone knows the problem. Okay, what's your solution? So when we start throwing out solutions, it sounds good, but then until it's your nephew who get caught up, or it's your son who gets caught up.
There you go.
So what am I to do? Am I to allow this man here to not let his grandkids or kids play in the yard because we got people riding by shooting, or do we put something in place and stop it? And if it's your son or my son or whoever, if they get caught up in it, they just get caught up in it, because you can't tell me that it just happened.
Right.
You know, you had to load that gun. You had to go buy that gun.
You had to drive,
to that person's house and decide to shoot at that person's house. So, and then like a lot of times I tell people all the time, we have to stop blaming the police, because if I go out there and shoot up someone's house and then the judge gives me a bond, you know what I'm saying? The police did what they're supposed to do. They arrested me. Judge let me out. I guarantee you right now, if that judge doesn't give you a bond, that sheriff gonna make you sit in there until you can get out.
That's right.
But if you give these people bonds, so now they can go out there and threaten you not to come to court. You know, so your hands are tied.
Exactly.
So a lot of the times, the issues that we're facing now, we have solutions coming down, and a lot of people are not gonna like them. But hey,
this is what they ask for, you know?
Whatever it is to clean it up.
We can't keep the status quo.
That's right. Absolutely. I love that. I love that.
So for someone who may, hear you say, you're over District 4, and they might be new to the area or just here and never really got engaged until they start noticing an increase of crime, right, or issues in their area. How can someone find out what district their house or their address is in? How can one find that out?
On the city website, there's a map that shows you who's your council person and what district you are in. So like for my district, let's say you stay off of Beamer's Knox Drive, University area up, this side of Pineview, on up behind the old Valdosta High School, all the way out here to Guest Road on the right-hand side where Freedom Park is, all that, Branch Point, Chadwick, all that area is up under District 4. So I have one of the largest districts. And where these lines are cut, it even goes all the way out to the whole road is county till you cross over, and then Knights Mill. That's also in the city in our district. So pretty large district.
So you said the first thing you said was to read that book, right, and understand that government 101 class as well. So how long would you say it would take to read that book and understand it for someone that's like brand new, that's amped up and want to learn, right? What's that time frame that you would recommend them to start reading before they actually just jump out there and say, I'm finna run for election?
Well, like I said, once you read your charter and you read the know the roles and responsibilities of a city council person and how the hierarchy goes, the city manager versus because our form of government is a council city manager form of government, so everything's gonna end up going through the city manager. The city council will vote. The mayor has a vote. If it's a tie, he'll break the tie. So everything in Valdosta, you're gonna have to have 4 votes.
That's right.
So if you don't have 4 votes, four, you got to have 4. That'll give you the majority. So you have to be someone who can build some consensus. Just can't go in there being a flamethrower, pissing everybody off, and then when it's time for something you won't get done in your area. Not saying that it's not needed, but you've already alienated the rest of the council, so they're not really listening to you. Right. So you have to be one of those people who can go out there and talk and listen, and you don't have to give something to get something.
Get an understanding.
Right.
Basically, get an understanding of what it's a process in all things. When it comes to districts, y'all have districts like that, and in smaller towns also. You complain about a tree or something blocking the view of you coming out Okay, I'm sure they'll get to it. Don't go to Facebook. Come to the council meeting, put it out there, put it on record. Okay, now it's going to be passed down to whoever take care of that type of stuff. That's the process of how things work. If it don't happen, if it don't get cut down tomorrow, it's on the table though. It's on the table to get done. Like everything is a process. Everybody want things to be happy. It's the microwave society right now.
And like you said, that tree is probably on someone's property. You may want the city to do it, but the city saying it's gonna cost us something.
Come on, man.
We need to get this homeowner to do it.
Let's talk.
Because that's who responsibility is.
Right.
So a lot of that stuff is just like you said, knowing.
Yeah.
I'd like to attend to that meeting, man. Whenever you guys have the meeting, where would that meeting be held at?
We have them at City Hall, right there on the corner of Central Avenue and Hill Avenue.
Okay. All right, Central and Hill. Yeah, because I had an issue at my business that I wanted to get taken care of, and it seems almost like a gray area there, and I just wanted to know where I could actually go and speak on how to get that taken care of.
And if you one of those people who don't want to speak, you can just reach out to your council person, or you can find out what department in the city that takes care of it. If it's some water or sanitation, you can reach out to that department, or you can call me. I don't care what district it is.
Right.
I'll help you. If it's something within our power, but like I said, it has to be something that we can do.
That'll be that's something I probably will have to do, and I'll get with you on that. It's just one of those situations that I've brought up, and it's been over a year now, and it ain't no change, and reached out to the bodies that needed to hear, and that was supposed to have been taking care of it. Then nothing's still done, and like I said, it's been about a year, and I would really want to know. And it's just a simple question of who takes care of what. That's it. Is it me or is it the city?
What is it? Tell me what it is. I can tell you.
Okay, cool. So down there at Preferred Window 10, across the street, 733 East City Avenue, you got a sidewalk.
Right.
Okay. Then you got a piece of grass, and then you have my parking lot.
Right.
Who takes care of that grass? On that little section there, by the sidewalk, and the sidewalk itself.
Okay. So your piece of property is the property that your business is in. Is that grass a part of it? I mean, is it on the deed? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Is it your property or the business owner property?
Nope.
So we have to find out who owns it. If it's the city, or if someone owns that lot. If it's someone who owns that lot, they're responsible for it. So if they're not taking care of it, our marshals will have to come out there and cite them. And again, that's a process. So I can send you put something on your door saying that you have a certain amount of time to get this, or you're gonna get a fine. But a lot of times we find out some of these people who own property, they have money. So they'll pay the fine. They'll go all the way up to the max. Last day, they'll send someone out there to cut it.
Yeah, deal with it.
And then let it go back up for another 6 months. And that's just, like I said, those are the laws that are in place. And until we can get some of that changed,
right,
where it gives when you go before that judge, give him some more teeth to enforce it or increase those fines,
right,
where it won't be okay. Well, I just wait. Yeah. So then you gotta have teeth behind some of this stuff we're doing. Right. And sometimes I find out that we don't have stuff in place to get a judge or our marshals some of the tools that they need to get these things handled a little faster than we want them.
But it's mostly the sidewalk, though. To be honest with you, it's mostly the sidewalk. Where that grass and that dirt grow over, and the sidewalk is about this wide, and it's only this wide because of the dirt. That's mainly what the issue. Yeah. So that's what I want to find out, who's responsible to clean that sidewalk up, because it's a mess.
Now the sidewalk is always gonna be. I mean, I know the city puts the sidewalk down, but it's the property owner.
Oh man.
So if that lot right next to you doesn't belong to the city, it's the responsibility of that property owner to keep it up. So what like you said, what we can do, the city will do. They'll come out there and they'll look at it and they'll write him up, write him some, and then it'll go through the process. And if he comes down there and get it done before his court date, it starts all the way back over. So
I understand. Gotcha.
It's a lot of stuff that that there's simple remedies to it, but
Yes, sir.
it's just a process. Like you said, it's just a process.
So I have a question. So like, you have these meetings, and then you have that crew that we talk about social media. Is there at any point in time, does the city utilize social media as a tool versus how others use it as a weapon to get that information out there? Say, for instance, if someone does have an issue and they post it on Facebook and they tag their councilman there, councilwoman there, would it be appropriate for the city to respond to that post? Is that almost like speaking up in a manner as well, even though they use Facebook as a weapon? Like, is that a thing?
Well, yeah. We get a lot of stuff from social media, so I'm not saying social media is all bad, because, like you said, we're not everywhere all the time. So if someone brings up an issue and they put it on social media, yeah, we can get that information to give it to the department head and say, hey, could y'all go take a look at what's happening over here in this area, and they can go over there and take care of it and see if it's something that, if it's like I said, if the property owner or something that the city has to take on. But like you said, it all starts with that knowledge. And then, like you said, a lot of issues, we have see, click, fix. So if you have a stop sign down or you have a pothole or something, you can just click that pothole and put the address, and it goes directly to that department.
Is that just an app, or
it's just an app called See, Click, Fix? So you can see stuff like that. If you see a pothole or you have a speed bump that's been torn off, you can click that See, Click, Fix app and send it directly to the and it goes directly to the department head.
That's
so
convenient. That's good.
And then it'll stop you from having to go through reaching out to somebody. But it's never a problem to reach out. So I don't never have a problem with people reaching out.
See, Click, Fix.
See, Click, Fix. It's an app you can download.
Fix.
That's for any location, or just that's a specific for
in the city of Valdosta. Now each city they have their own type of app. But Valdosta is See, Click, Fix. But most of the cities they use See, Click, Fix.
Okay. Oh wow.
So is there ever a moment, like if there's a councilwoman or man in their position, and the citizens in the communities that they serve, they're voicing concerns, and they're attending the meetings and nothing's being done? Is there ever a point where that individual can be voted out before their term ends?
Not unless they break some type of ethics law. And the way in the way it's set up now, you'll go through an ethics panel, and you can't. It's kind of hard to remove them unless they break some type of law, or the governor comes in and steps in and say, we want to remove this council person. Other than that, that's when you go out and start knocking on doors and asking people, hey, look, we need to run again. We need to get somebody to run against this person. Right. That's your biggest remedy to that problem. But like you said, the main thing is stay on them.
Gotcha. I want to take a moment, Bird, just see if we got any comments in the chat at all for Councilman Howard at all.
Yeah, we do. And some of them don't lift my vision over here because I can't scroll down. So some of y'all might have to hit some of the other ones. But Christina Cheek said earlier, Lowndes County word of mouth is a huge culprit. Comedian Jazzy T said getting involved, showing your face. She also said chain of command. Wow, he just said a mouthful. No talent. You are so correct. She said a lot. She got a lot going.
Yeah, social media has become that. I mean, you look at a lot of stuff, there's a lot of stuff that people will say on social media because social media turned a lot of people into athletes, a lot of people into tough guys.
It protect them. Yeah.
And then when you realize you've said it, once you put it out there, it's out there.
Baby.
So that's why I look at a lot of time when I look at people who come in on those, that 411 page. And I look, I said, now this person was bold enough to go shoot up a house. And you come in about them negatively on here, if he gets a bun, but then the police didn't protect me. Wait a minute, I can't stop you from coming on here, but I can't be everywhere at any time. So it's just, like you said, social media has, it's helpful, but it's dangerous at the same time.
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Absolutely.
Is there ever a time where like a person serving in that capacity will say, you know what, nobody's showing up down here to the city hall, let's go to the community? Hey, has there ever been a moment where that councilwoman or man will have that town hall in that community that's constantly bringing up issues like on the street?
Councilwoman Tooley, she has a town hall I think at least once a month called Talk It Up Tuesday. I think she has it at the Mildred Hunter Center. And we've had them at, different locations. And like I said, you get the same few people come out. But those are most of the time the people who come out aren't even the people with the complaints. They just come out because they just feel that that's their duty, as someone living in the community to see how stuff is going. But like I said, it is a lot more can be done with the voice of the people.
That's right.
If you could take something that was 10 on the waiting list and bump it up to 2 if enough people come up and make enough noise. And like I said, if you tell me something going on in your area, I go pass it along to the city manager. That may not be what they have, it may not be ready to move up, but if you guys come out here and voice those opinions, it may move it up faster because they see people coming out there. Like I said, it's a chain of command and everything. Everybody out there who's running, they have to be accountable to the people who voted them in. So if you're not doing a good enough job, and they don't feel like you're doing a good enough job, they'll run against you.
That's right.
Or get someone to run against you, and that's a healthy thing. That's not. I don't look at that as a bad thing. I look at that as a good thing because if I'm not effective at what I'm doing, I need to step aside and let someone else do it. But the thing about it, you have people who want to run or say they can do it, but they just don't understand, all the moving parts. Yeah, sure. So I think, like I said, the educating yourself would be the first thing I would do.
So I want to ask a question specifically to you, like your area that you serve, your district. I'm sorry. How do you reach the majority of your citizens that aren't on social media, like the elderly? Like what do you do to ensure that they know what's going on and where information is available?
What I try to do is reach the most people at one time. So I go to like the senior living facilities because I think those are the people who need our services the most. I try to reach out to the daycare centers because I know the children, the parents got to come get them. So you're gonna be able to reach them there. And then, like you said, social media is always a tool that you can get. But what I try to do is get as many email addresses, and then you just put it. And if you see something that you think is important that they need to come out and speak out on, you send it out on their email. You just get a group of emails and homeowners association. One of the most active homeowners association that I can say is right up here by Taco Bell. What is that subdivision right there?
Behind it.
Right up here.
Right behind
Taco Bell.
No, you're talking about. That's like where Apple Cross and all of that is.
I can't believe I forgot the name of that. Denise gonna kill me. But but they the Highlands. They have a very active HOA.
Okay.
So they have issues going on in there. Even if it's something we can't control, they'll put it on there, and the HOA president, they'll reach out to me and say, Councilman, we're having this issue here. Is there something going on? Or we see somebody digging and some what's going on? They about to build something, and that lets you know, they're trying to put something over there that they don't want over there. They'll come out and they'll voice their opinion about it. But like I said, knowing the zoning and all that stuff, it's just like if you have an area that's already zoned for, let's say if you can put a car wash in the area. If it's already zoned for that area, all thing you want to do, you want to open up a car wash, you just come down there, apply for your permit, and go from there. It doesn't have to come before us to be zoned because it's already zoned. So I see a lot of people saying Valdosta has a lot of car washes. Valdosta has a lot of storage facilities. Well, these are people. Somebody took their time, took their money, went to the bank, and invested because they thought there was opportunity to make money. And you see people, we need this in Valdosta. We need this. Well, the city isn't building it.
Right.
The city is people who went to the bank, took a loan out, and decided that they're gonna make this investment to try to help them and their family and provide something to the community. So I know it's stuff that we don't have, but we are the people.
Yeah.
So if you want it, go down there and talk to somebody who's opened a business and see what it takes to do it and go for it.
So how hard is it to? Let me ask that a different way. For something that's desired by the community, right? But then you may have that group, like for instance, like a homeowners association. If it's within that area, they say no, but as a council person that it could bring in revenue. how do you rebuttal to that no when it could be something that can generate that revenue for the community?
You're not gonna you're never gonna get 100% agreement on anything. So you listen to them and you tell them you understand their concerns, but at the end of the day, it comes down to your vote. So that's when you have to have the political courage to say, okay, if I vote for this, I may not get reelected. Well, you're not worried about the next election. You worry about why you're in there now.
Right.
What can you do now? So that's the way I always see it. I'm just gonna tell you the truth, and whether if you like it, but I'm telling you, you're not gonna be able to come back to me and tell me you lied to me. You just telling the truth, and that's just the way it is. It's everything can't be done at the stroke of a pen. And some of the stuff that people ask for are legitimate. But the city has so many needs because, like, you look at the south side of town is older than the north end of town. So you may want to get your street paved, but this street over here is in need of more repair than yours. So you have to spread the wealth. There's only so much money.
Yeah.
And people say we want this, we want that, but first time you hear somebody say we're gonna raise taxes, people go crazy. So yeah, you
lose their mind.
You have to. Everything costs money, and so you have to weigh your options. Fire trucks. You know how much fire truck costs?
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
Yeah, you know how, and like you said, that house is growing. People drive fire trucks, so that's a salary. That's insurance. That's vacation. That's pension. Because I tell people all the time, the city of Valdosta still offers their employees a pension. I know a lot of young people don't have no idea what a pension is. So that means when you work for the city of Valdosta for a certain amount of time, you're gonna get a check for the rest of your life. So that's why we try to talk to young people. We lowered some of the standard stuff that said you required to have a high school diploma. Some of those jobs now you only have to have a GED. Some of them you don't have to have a GED because we want to let these young people know there's a honest way to make some money. Now you're not gonna go out here and get rich. But it gives you an opportunity to make some money and get your foot in the door, and you can move up. So we try to get everybody. We have a lot of our young people who want to be police officers.
Yeah.
But you have to be 21. So we try to steer them toward the fire department.
Right.
So now that you're already in here, you know the police chief, you know the fire chief, you know all the HR people. So when it's time, when you turn 21, if you want to be a police officer, you're already in the door. You already know system, so you can make that change over. Now I know the chief don't like hearing that because you spend all this money in training, but we need more officers. I mean, we need firemen too, but if these people want to be police officers, we want to encourage them to do it because a lot of these young people who want to be police officers, they come from the community. They know the people in the community.
Exactly.
So we need that.
Within the community. That's right. Absolutely. You're right.
So you say you're coming up to the end of your second term, right?
Right.
How do you respond to someone that says, "Oh, I didn't even know you were my councilman," but you are in your second term? Like, how do you respond to that?
For me to explain that would have to be, they have to be under a rock. I'm serious because I'm a vocal city councilman. I'm gonna always do the outreach. I'm gonna always share the information. I'm gonna always make sure that the people in my district are knowledgeable about what's going on. So if they don't, I don't know how to reach them because we advertise the city council meetings on social media. They advertise them on the radio. So it's kind of hard for someone to say. Now they may not know who I am because they haven't met me, but if you come to the city council meeting or watch it on social media, you'll know who your city council person is. We all have a phone number. We all have an email address, so you can get in touch with them whether you know me or not. This is my city council person, or like you said, if it's not in my district, if you know another city council person, you can just reach out to them, tell them the problem, and they'll probably tag me in the email, and we'll take it from there. But now day and time, it's kind of hard to not know unless you don't want to.
Unless you don't want to.
Go ahead,
unless
Bird.
you're not outside.
We have a question. Miss Christina X in the chat said, "Could you speak specifically about how businesses come to Valdosta and the role of the city of Valdosta has or doesn't in the process?"
I'm trying to say this without getting us in trouble. let's say, for instance, if you're a business or industry that wanted to come down here and invest in Valdosta, the conversation is going to be had about what are you paying? Because we want to make sure we getting good paying jobs. How many people are you employing? And where do you want to be located, and what services are you going to need from the city?
Right.
All of that makes a difference. Like you said, if it's already zoned for that, all they got to do go down there, get their permit, and go. But if you, like, a lot of businesses that come here, they go through the industrial authority, and they keep it quiet. Just like the Walmart there. We've been working on that project for like 3 years before it got out, because it was just, they wanted to keep it quiet, because it's just like you. If someone knows you get ready to build something, if you got a piece of land next door to it, okay, I'm about to jack the price up because Walmart want it, or Amazon want it, or this guy here want it, and they jack the price up. And then cities are competing. You had 4 of the cities compete with Valdosta for that Walmart dairy. So they want to keep it quiet, because I don't want it to get out, because now if I'm in a competing business, I know what I can go and do something and try to get it done faster. Or I can go talk to Thomasville, and they might offer me a better deal and have something that's ready to go now. So a lot of this stuff is, we know about it, but we don't know about it.
Right.
But yeah, we have a lot of good paying jobs coming to Valdosta within, like you said, in the next couple of years.
That's good.
It's a lot.
So ground has been broken on this.
Oh yeah, they're up. They're already hiring.
Oh man,
Wow.
Yeah, that place, man.
And I'm talking about these people are starting out $30 an hour. So I'm not saying that's gonna make you rich, but it's better than 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, it's not 8, 9, and 10. And it's like you said, it's a job where you can work one job and go home and be with your family, take your kids to little league sports or attend after school program, doing stuff that we want to help with our kids and make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do, staying out of trouble.
They busy down there too, working it too.
Man,
Where are you located?
Off of perimeter. Once you cross the railroad tracks going south, it'll be on your right hand side.
Past my shop down there. When you hit perimeter, make that right, that whole corner.
Oh, make it right. On
the perimeter.
I got you. Okay,
that whole corner.
Okay, on that
the
side.
Workers down there, man, they keep us busy good. They from all over the place. They from Texas. They from Arizona. Yeah, they come.
Wow.
And they drive their own stuff, and they down there working, and they stop right on by there, man. And I appreciate them.
Wow.
But boy, they come through and they don't care.
When these people come, they staying in our hotels, eating in our restaurants. They're spending money right back here in our community.
That's right.
They're buying the material from our local manufacturers, from whether it's reams, scrubs,
that steel place out
all
there.
the wood that they get, all that stuff is being purchased here. So that's helping these businesses stay in business and hiring people. So that's always a good thing.
I've heard you several times speak about the importance of a city council individual. Like what does a daily routine or the daily duties of a council individual consist of? Like from the time you start your work to the time you decide to go home, what does that look like?
To me, and I'm just speaking for me, I don't know about it, if my phone doesn't ring, I'm happy. And that's because most of the times your phone calls come because something hasn't been done. And you don't want those calls. You're checking emails, you're replying to emails, you're looking to see if it's something that you need to do, you're replying back to citizens. So sometimes, now when I first got elected, I was 24/7. And then the late Councilman Vickers had to pull me to the side and say, hey, look, that's a part-time job. That's part-time money. Don't neglect your family. Because you're going to look back at that time and you're going to be like, I can't believe this time is gone. Like I said, my daughter's getting ready to graduate from high school. Some stuff I missed, but like I said, once you learn how to maneuver it, you have that time.
That's right.
Yep. There you go.
You have to know when to turn it off.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, put that phone down. It's 8 o'clock.
Absolutely.
It's 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Through for the day.
Yep. Yep.
Is there a set time that you cut it off?
No, I don't ever turn mine off, but I know when I'm gonna stop responding. I know when I'm gonna stop responding.
I got another question for you. What is your platform for your upcoming election And what do you want to seek? What do you seek to accomplish and address?
My upcoming platform is just gonna be simple. We're gonna continue to do what we can do to make this community safer. It's gonna pretty much be law enforcement. That's my main thing, because if you don't have a safe city, business is gonna stop coming to your area and invest. Right. People gonna stop coming down here building homes and stuff like that. So you're gonna always want to. That's always gonna be mine. Right. Our city, we know we're retirement community. You know, times are hard. I want to make our city more walkable. So I want to make sure we finish all our sidewalk projects so people don't have to walk in ditches or don't have to worry about if they have to be work a certain time, their car is broke down, worry about getting hit, you know. So those are the things that the small things, because the big things are coming. We have it set up where the big things are coming. So a lot of the small necessities that people need to make their everyday life better, those are the things I'm working on now.
For sure. Okay.
So I want to diverge away from the councilman talk for just a moment, if I can. What do you do to relax?
This? No, I'm saying every day. You know, I when I get off, I try to go and get me a couple of miles in at the track, and then go to the gym, shoot basketball with my son or something like that. But most of the time, after I've done all of that, I come sit back here, watch sports. There you go. Take me a cigar and have me a drink and relax. That's about it, man. I don't club because I'm out of it. You know, I'm not saying for people who are, that's not a bad thing, but it's just I'm out of that.
When you're out serving the community, you know, being your normal self, right? Not with that title in front of it. Let's just say if you're somewhere in the community having lunch, how do you address someone that may come up to you in that moment while you're trying to eat and bring up an issue to you right then in that moment?
I don't ever go up to people introducing myself as Councilman Howard, because they want to listen. You know, sometimes I went to a place one time and I was just having a conversation with a police officer, just asking them, you know, how's things going? You know, what if you could, what would you change? And you hear that stuff, and that gives you an opportunity to take it back to the people in charge.
It is.
Or you want to hear, you listen. You can get more from listening. That's right. And then that's how you're able to help solve their problems, or you may not be able to solve it. So you tell people the truth. But it just depends on who I'm with. You know, if it's me and my family sitting here at the table, we're not about to do that right now. I give you a card, or you give me your phone number, we can talk about it later. You know, sometimes you have to just back it off, because sometimes people just feel like they come to you and say, well, I pay your salary. Not for me to listen to this. Right. You know how much money I make? No, you don't pay me enough. It's not that kind of money. So no, you're not gonna. And like you said, it all comes with respect. You know, you give people respect. You don't brush them off. You just ask them, let me get your number, or here's my card, give me a call tomorrow and we can talk about it. I'm out with my family right now.
Has your, I'm asking this the way I'm thinking it, but has your family ever received like any backlash with you being a councilman based off of something that may have been started but fell through based off of not having the support of votes, right? Has your family ever received backlash or criticism on your behalf for that ever happening?
But you know, people gonna say stuff, but it hadn't got to the point where no threats or anything like that. But yeah, you still have, because of that role, you still have some forms of jealousy. You know, I've heard people say something to my daughter or say something, and okay, I'm not gonna address it, but it will be addressed.
That's right.
It will be addressed.
It will be addressed. Now I don't do that, because you make sure you tell your children, you know, this is the role on me, and you're gonna hear some stuff, but it's still not gonna get to the point where I'm gonna let them be disrespected. No, that's not gonna happen.
So if someone has a business, I see you, Bert. If someone has a business that's already established in, let's just say, your district, and they may want to expand their business on a property that they have, do they have to go through their council person to talk about what their vision is for that expansion and then take it to the city? Like, what would that process look like?
The first thing I would tell them to do is go down there to the business office and talk with the planning and zoning commission, because it could be an issue. It may not an issue. It may be something that you're thinking about doing that someone has already come in and done before, so they can help you. And it can save you a lot of money. Let's say if you wanted to come to Valdosta, you wanted to open a restaurant, and you went down there and you found a building and you went down and put a deposit down and signed a lease. Then you come to find out that you need a grease trap. Grease trap's about $15,000-$30,000. But you don't have one there, so now you've already signed this lease and you're paying rent.
Yeah.
You're paying that $5,000 a month, and this business owner, he's not gonna let you out of that lease. So if you go down there to the First Step program, and you can tell them this is the location I want, and they can tell you, well, this building don't have a grease trap, but this one over here does. So now you it may not be the location you want, or you may have the money set aside to do it in case you need it, but you give them the opportunity to give you everything that you need up front. That First Step program is a very valuable program. It has saved a lot of people money, and it also let people know the scale of what they plan on doing. They didn't have the money for it. So you may have to scale down, but you're still able to get your business done. Or sometime it'll let you know, I'm not ready to open a business. So that's the first thing I'll do. I tell them to go down there to the planning and zoning and kind of give them the idea, let them know what it is you're trying to do, and then they'll guide you from there.
So there's so many businesses that come and go from Valdosta, like what seems like frequently. Like as a councilman, what would you say the reason of that is?
I'm gonna answer that a little differently. I'm gonna answer it like if it was me. If I wanted to open a business, no one would know it was me. So, jealousy is a big part of stuff. I mean, people don't believe it. Some people will not do business with you just because it's you.
Man.
Not that you've done anything to them, but because you are you, and
that's a mouthful.
Your persona, it rubs some people the wrong way because you're a positive person, or you don't let stuff get you down. So I won't go to his shop and get my windows tinted because it's him. Man, never say anything to him. Never done it. He think he better than somebody.
That's it.
And it
You
be
know,
us.
it be us.
You see it.
I hate
You see it.
It be us. And I'm not
see
telling
it,
people
man.
not to do business with white
right.
people. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not telling people.
man.
But if you pay, I
Your own
guarantee you,
people,
if you
man.
went
I'm
down,
surprised they ain't made no song about that.
if you went downtown
Be
today,
your own people.
every Mexican restaurant was probably full.
Yeah.
That's right.
With
Early.
us.
Early.
With us.
Without knowing the history of
But-
Cinco de Mayo.
When they tell you to celebrate Juneteenth,
Oh, it's quiet.
but that's what I say, and so I say that because I've seen, like you said, businesses come here and fail, or people who are from here open up a business, and you would think, man, that's gonna do good, but because of who they are, people didn't patronize, and that's bad for the city because we want every business to come here and succeed.
That's right.
Then sometimes people come down here and open up business, they have a piss poor business plan, so there's nothing you can do about that. But I would just tell people all the time, just a lot of that stuff on social media. If you open this, I'll come. If
They
it was,
sure do it. They'll gas it up.
if you ran for this office, I'm gonna support you. And most of the time, jokes don't even be registered.
Showing up, though, man.
Don't
Real
even be
talk,
registered.
man.
So that's why I said
Not only don't vote, they ain't registered.
They're not
you
even registered.
have to know where your support
Yeah.
is and where it comes from, and then you scale your business around that. Not tell you not to have a grand idea, because I don't never want to tell people to think small and do stuff small, but you just always have to think about that in the back of your head, because it's you. Some people may not support you, and like you said, social media is. I've seen people talk about businesses on social media, and I was in the establishment at the time and then see some of the stuff. Where did they happen? Where did they happen? Because they want you to fail because of some personal animosity that they may have towards you. So I don't get that whole hating thing. That's just something I don't understand.
We don't either. We don't condone that. Like Even if I did come to your business and you gave poor service that day, I still ain't got nothing to say about it. Like maybe you just had a bad day or something. I don't know, but I'm not gonna get on there and talk about it. We don't talk about major corporations the same way. So why are you doing it to your local people?
Yeah, because I can always reach out to
You for real?
Big
That's
Nick,
for real.
or I can
Right.
always reach out to whoever owns this store. Or I can always go to Tim and say,
Personally,
Tim, man,
right.
you pushed my hairline back. I'm already pushing me. You know, ain't no need. There's no need for me to get on social media to do it because
Right.
this
That's
man
right.
has a business. He has a family that he's supporting, and you don't realize they have children and families.
right.
So
They see
they're
this
reading this stuff.
That's right.
So I gotta say, social media can be a beautiful thing, but it can also be a detriment to a lot of stuff that's going on.
And when you go to social media and do that shows your character. That let everybody know who you are, what your mind, what your personality is about, what your life about. And it's hard to mess with you. It's hard to even when you see I think you're cool. I've seen you I've known you for several years, and you go and do something like that off of your food wasn't right or something, and you go and blast the person out.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I'm like, damn, I know you for several years. I never know you to do something like that right there. And it's like it messes with my whole view on you now. Like golly,
Dude,
social media is
man.
Social media is a drug.
It had me like that, man, because they did a business like that a week or two ago. Man, I'm talking about it took one post. That post went for hundreds of
my
people,
God.
man.
See, that
And
right
I mean,
there.
and I felt sorry for that business because I'm like, why you just didn't take this up with the business owner?
Just go to
because
him.
right then, I mean, it would look like the whole city was on that post,
Oh man,
dude. And I was
That's-
like, wow, really?
that's tough right there now.
And I can't, you know, and the person couldn't even get on there and
Defend
and
themselves.
defend themselves because it was like every single body was coming. I was like, wow, what did this person do to these people, man?
It only take one person.
Yeah.
It don't take one person on this whole social media thing.
Yeah.
To say something bad about you, and because for some reason we love the drama. We love the bad side
Man,
of things.
that stuff right there,
We'll
man.
promote that way more than we would promote something good.
Yeah.
And that's what we jacked up at. That's what we all messed up in the head at right there, man. We'll promote something bad, something negative, a fight, this,
Man,
a
that's
divorce,
what
a breakup.
I was trying to where all these fight posts come
Come
from
on,
on
man.
social media.
Man.
I hate
Some of this stuff,
Because
man, it just-
the algorithm that's what's in the algorithm.
Man, we nosy. We want to see what's happening.
But what you call just
Clickbait.
graduate from college, but didn't graduate from high school, got a GED, but didn't give up. Now you graduate from college, but you don't hear nothing about it. You don't hear nothing about it, man.
No.
That's the stuff we supposed to promote. That's the stuff
All the good stuff,
we
man.
look for.
The
You know what I'm saying? Like
accolades and everything, man. Your people.
It
you
builds
know,
people.
Yeah.
And it also builds your city, your surroundings, if they see that type of stuff. But you know, we are in another time, new world order for sure. You know, and that's part of it. That's part of the new world order.
the negative gonna always get out.
Always gonna win.
So that's why I say anytime you got a chance to uplift somebody
Come on.
or give them their
Come
props, give it to them. It's not gonna hurt you.
Come on.
I mean, it's not gonna hurt you. I mean, I seen one time where someone said something bad about Big Nick's place. And
Man.
everybody went in.
They might-
hey
they
man,
might
look,
attack that
y'all,
man.
y'all not about to do this to
Yeah.
this man.
'Cause you know-
all you got to do is go back there, he'll make it right.
Yeah.
You know Nick's character.
Yeah.
You know who Nick is. Nick is one of the nicest, genuine people.
I know it. Too
that's
nice.
in business.
Too
Boy,
nice.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
They did the same thing around Hurricane when he was giving a lot of places. And some
Oh, my
some
goodness,
folks
man,
tried to
yeah.
say something negative. You had the same get back. Like people
it's-
like, come
it's
on,
free.
you ain't finna do that now.
It's free.
It's
Come on,
free.
man.
You're
What
not
you
paying
talking
for it.
about?
They
Like,
miss-
What I'm
the
saying,
whole-
it's a disaster. So you just take the food, and if you don't want to eat it, give it to somebody else.
yeah, them was
But-
non-appreciative people and just negative folks that
But
tried
I
to say
guarantee you,
it.
they probably had done went to every station in town and got some free
That's
food.
what I'm
from
talking
them.
about.
They was
Exactly.
they was
And
definitely them type
Then
of
you
people.
get mad at people, but they gave you that yesterday. It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
You go,
I mean,
you go
You
run.
don't even.
The hurricane hit him too.
You
I mean,
must
it's
not
not
be
like the
hungry.
hurricane just
Hey,
went around
right.
and just
Yeah.
we not gonna hit. We just gonna hit the houses. We not gonna hit businesses. Everybody was going through a rough time, but for
Right.
this man could have easily said, "I'm just gonna get rid of what I got and I'm gonna shut down
Right.
until it's over and spend time with my family to make
Right.
sure they good." This man still came out here,
They
worked,
missed the
hired
message.
hired people, and still going out there doing the stuff. So I just don't understand the. It's just
It's
crazy.
crazy serving,
They
man.
miss the message. They miss the
And-
message every time.
And that's why he does so well. That's why I tell people that's why he does well no matter where he go. Everything he touches, it does good because he's that type of person.
That's a
and
fact.
sometimes you have to look at yourself and wonder why I'm failing.
That's a fact.
What are you giving out?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you always complaining and giving out negative energy, it's probably what you're gonna get back.
That's right.
It's probably who you are.
That part.
And sometimes you your own worst enemy. It ain't the people around you. It's not your community. It's you.
It's you.
You the problem.
Every time Bill Seven Smoke, man.
Every time
we go to Nick. Since he had the last spot, I say, Nick, man, what I owe you? Nick just said, give me a shirt. Give me a shirt. So every time we get a shirt made for Nick, the one we have, the official shirt that we have. Yeah. We gotta get. I mean, because he don't ask for nothing else, and like I ask him questions all the time to the point where I don't want Seven Smoke when we set up to infringe on anything else he got going on there. It's all, I know he's my brother. I've known him for a long time, but it's still a respect thing, and that's his business. And we always respect it. No matter if we plan a date to have Cuban nights at Nick's, I always hit Nick. Nick, you good? How you want to set? We want to set up outside the patio, or you? No, y'all good. Y'all good. As a matter of fact, bring a tent and I'll give you the first 3 parking spots. Like, golly, really, Nick?
Yeah.
Man, last month we went out there.
Yeah.
Went out there early to start unloading and packing up and everything. We had what was the theme last month? It was
Sundress and Stogie.
Sundress and Stogie. And we had a ghost karaoke with 2 DJs, Westside Jimmy and Bird on the DJ, and we had Saxon Mike, the saxophonist. And I get there, I say, hey, I seen one of the waitresses moving some tables around. I say, hey, how you doing? Y'all got what else going on out here? Oh no, Nick told us to put all this stuff out here because y'all probably gonna have more people out here than we have inside. He got some tall tables on the wall.
Yeah,
now we never had that.
Out, yeah,
he got the 3 parking spots. He said he gonna put a tent. I said no, well he ain't gotta put a tent. We got a tent. We can cover it up, so he ain't gotta do all the extra work. We can do it if it's gonna be for us. All that was for us. Like, wow, Nick, like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, it just be so amazing. Like, he just good automatically,
people,
good people. Good people. You can't change that. You can't say nothing bad about it. You probably can, but it won't last.
Right.
That right there will not last.
He's gonna have enough defenders to shut
exactly.
it down. Right.
Exactly, man. Mm-hmm. So, man, shout out to like even Saturday he had his 10th year anniversary, and we went out there. He wanted to set up, and of course we set up and everything, and we stayed out there about 2:00 in the morning, talking to him. Me and Pops were talking to him, and he was just saying, "Man, y'all get this right here. Use that, take that up. Man, y'all ain't got packing up all that stuff." I said, "Nick, man, no, this your stuff, man. No, man, listen, they don't use it. They don't use it. Put it out there. I was planning on putting some stuff out there anyway, some couches and all that. Yeah. So he, he just that's the guy. That is who he is, and that's how he always been since I've known him. From downtown, from him." Pulling that grill in front of Sensation and cooking from when you got the club back in the day, that's been Nick, man. That's been Nick. That has been Nick.
Nick to me is a true testament of that statement for the people, right? Because it don't matter. He's just gonna serve.
Yep.
Yep. But I think we got some comments that we want to catch, Bird.
Yes, sir. I hit a few of them real quick, and I got a follow-up question after that. Kenya Bennett said earlier, she said hello, or hey, if you know. Lisa Wood said hello, all very informative. Miss Christina Cheek has been keeping up with a lot of the links connected to City Council and a lot of like Valdosta Chamber and etc. So for all those in the chat, some of the things that was talked about so far, you can click those links and get more information about your community. Seen earlier with Coach Freeman gave you a shout out from Alabama. Which you also said we need to interview you, and I think we might need to run that back.
We already did.
Yeah,
I'm responding to it now.
Okay, yeah. We did one, but I think it might be time for a refresher in a different angle.
I'm asleep.
So wake up. All right. Commented said fried rice, Braves win. Christina said favor compared to something that you was talking about earlier. Yeah. And that's it so far, but I do have a question because I don't know if we had said it or not because we know you have a military background. Where are you originally from?
I was born in Albany, Georgia, raised in Albany and Cuthbert, Georgia.
Benny.
Cuthbert, Georgia.
Not too many people.
Okay, so you from the 229 regardless, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. What was your upbringing like?
Mom and dad in the same house, knucklehead. You know, I was hard head, and I never gonna try to pretend that I was all of that. I was planning on going to school. Started out, then in the streets, got shot, and had kids, and so I told my mom and dad, "Look, I'm going to the military. Y'all doing it. Y'all did enough for me. I'm going in the military. I got to take care of my family."
That's right.
So that's what sent me to the military.
Wow.
So all that stuff that, like I tell them, when I be telling them, young, you can't tell me anything. I've seen it. I know. Stop. You can't shoot that crap to me.
There you go.
But again, life gonna go on, so you can't have a sob story forever. You're gonna have to pull yourself up and do something about it.
That's right.
So when we try to stop you from getting in trouble, it's a lot easier for you to go through life without those strikes on you.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Come on now.
So
mouthful.
When you have someone out here applying for a job and competing with you, and they got all these strikes versus someone who doesn't have a strike, more than likely it's gonna take somebody to take a chance on you.
There you go.
So the way you carry yourself, the way you talk, don't think people not paying attention to you in public. So I mean, I know people say that's not important, but
yes, it is.
It is when you're standing at you could be at a store, at a restaurant, and using all kind of profanity and your pants down.
Yeah.
Tuesday, you may have to have an interview with that man that just saw you standing out there.
And you didn't
you don't know, but he gonna remember you. He gonna Or you standing in the grocery store with your pants down, he with his little girl, and all she seeing is your butt.
That's right.
And he turn around, then you interviewing with this same man. And I hate when people say, I ain't working for the white man. Well, you go find a black man that don't want his business to be successful and work for him. Black people want to be successful too. They don't want to have a business that's gonna fail. Yeah. And they're gonna look at you when you come in. And that's one thing, back to Nick. Man, I've seen Nick interview people or people coming there for an interview, and he didn't turn around. He said, "Hey, look, go back and change and come back."
There you go.
He could have easily said, "No." He said, "Go back and change.
Come on, man."
We interviewed. I was on the interview panel at my job, and girl came in. She knocked the interview out. I just told her, I pulled her to the side. I said, "Look, I don't care how busy you are. Don't ever go to nobody interview with Crocs on again."
Oh my God!
I said, "Don't do that again." And she said, she didn't go off. She, she took it as stride. She got the job, and she always remembered that. As just every time you go in that job, even when you're going back to hand in an application, when you go up there to pick one, if you're not doing online, people tell you go dress appropriately, not because you don't have the interview, but they're gonna remember what you came in here looking like.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely,
those are things that we don't, in school they used to teach that. They used to have home ec and stuff like that. And now they don't teach it. And a lot of parents don't know it. So they can't give it to you.
Can't teach it either.
So these kids are left out on their own.
It's funny you said it. You talk about the sagging pants. I remember just growing up, when the tucking in the shirts start becoming a thing. I was one that was kind of like, I don't know if that's something I want to do. But as I've gotten older now, especially, this leaf will invite you to a different atmosphere, right?
Come on now.
And that dress.
Come on.
Like, I'll say this from what I've seen from my experience, because I've been connected to my brother because of the leaf. And every entity we've gone to, I don't believe I've ever seen anybody come in jeans. It's always been like a nice polo style shirt, some nice chino style slacks, because it's all about your presentation, right, and your image.
Come on, baby.
I'll use the word professional image, but your image matters, and sometimes how you present yourself will get you a job. It's not always conversation. I heard Law say first impression. It's a lot of times people come in the hospital and the first thing they do is see me on the elevator, and the first thing they do is say, "Can you help me get a job?" And I'm like, "No, because I know you, and it's my name that's gonna be attached to that."
That's
like
right.
I will tell you no, because I know what comes with you.
Yeah,
and I don't have no problem telling that no. But then there's
you harsh.
there's also that side of me that's like, I want to help you, but this might not be the right place for you.
Right. For sure. Right.
But I do know where I can help you at because of what you're capable of, or even just those qualifications, right? So I just want to know, just from my side, because I'm still learning a lot too. Are there specific qualifications that any person that runs for a city council, woman or man position, need to have like on their resume at all?
Well, if you want to run, you have to be living in that district for at least 1 year.
So you have to live in that.
You have to live in that district that you're in now. With Big Nick position, he's at large, so he can live in any district in the city, and because he's representing the whole city. But for that district, you have to be you have to live in that district for a year. But I want to go back to something that you said when you were talking about perception and how people treat one another. I never forget, I was watching on social media one time when Andy's was over on the south side. And parking lot full of cars, trash everywhere.
Oh my God.
But the trash can was right there, completely empty.
Right.
And I can guarantee you there were no white people in the parking lot.
Absolutely not.
Those are our people.
Yeah.
And when you cross Park Avenue, most of the restaurants and stuff, you don't see that.
Yeah. You're right.
But that's why do we know how to act when we get in certain places versus treating someone that looks like you, treat their place with the same respect.
Come on.
I mean, I don't, especially you going there, you gotta like the food.
Right.
So why would I want you to close?
Something good there.
I would want you to close. So you would want to do everything you can to help promote it, to help keep it open. So those are the things that I just think we as a people have to work on, other than the foolishness.
And that's logic. And we have trouble with logic. That's logic. That you said a mouthful. We like it. We like this food. We come here all the time. It's gonna be packed. We'll stand in line to get them wings and whatever else he was throwing, serving in there.
Yeah.
But yet, look how you treating it.
Look how you're treating it. Yeah.
And I'm sure he could have upgraded from that look, but that was his
spot.
area.
Yeah.
Went through a lot. Went through a lot over there.
Yeah.
In that over there. You know what I'm saying? But yet stay fast and continue to serve the people, and had to clean up every time
I used to DJ over there, man. Wow. And every night, man, we'll have to go out there. Well, we didn't have to, but we tried to keep it up right around the area right there, man, because around that door, man, by the end of the night, all you see is wings and trash everywhere.
And that's what crazy, I just don't understand. People ride right in their neighborhood and just take a bag and throw it out there.
And that was a big field.
And that's your neighborhood. You live on this street.
You want people to see where you live.
Yeah.
It's showing how you live.
But here's the thing too. Like in my business, I allow people to park over there knowing they be at the ambulance. I remember I put a post on Facebook. Hey, y'all are more than welcome to park there. I'm not gonna tow your cars. Just clean up.
Clean up.
Man.
Just clean up.
It didn't do no good.
Now you better than them.
Cause Sunday come.
Cause you say he confronted it. Yeah.
Cause Sunday come, here come the trash. Yeah. Go out there after church, out there picking up. Look at
it. Who you got to clean? Who got to clean it up?
Me.
But then if the city came by and gave you a ticket because your parking lot a mess, and then you say, I'm not doing this no more. Y'all don't park over here.
Yeah.
Then you an asshole.
I'm an asshole because somebody got told.
Right.
My homeboy say, man, can I move the chain? Hey, I remember parking your parking lot. Okay, if I let you park over there, guess what? Now somebody else gonna want to come park over there. But if I don't let you park there, man, you acting funny.
Yep.
Then that's why I had to give a shout out to Tony. Tony. Man, I'm telling you, every time, like we go to football games, hey Tony, hey man, you mind if I park in your parking lot? He said, yeah, just put the cones back. Just put the cones back so nobody else can go by there. So when I do that, that's what he asked me to do, because he could have easily said, "No, Eric, I'm not letting nobody park there." But the man nice enough to let me park there.
That's right.
Just do what he asked.
Yeah.
I had some customers do that. Matter of fact, I didn't even tell them they could park there. There was a group of girls. That the girl got out, jumped out real quick, unhooked the chain, let a girl in there and hooked the chain back and parked.
I see.
Now you remember that video? I put it on Facebook. Now I put a post out there. I said, man, who in the world did that? I need to know who these girls are. I owe them something. But right after they did that, this dude came, took the chain, and threw it over and parked and left it right there.
Yeah,
I was like, wow.
Respect.
Yeah,
it was probably the same night that because I remember literally one night, and it probably was the same night. But I know you.
Yeah,
and I didn't even do that. I was still trying to find another space elsewhere. And I seen some people, like eventually the chain just went down. I just seen all kind of cars just going through there, and it just filled up the space real quick.
Real quick.
And I was like, well, golly. I could have called him and did that myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was just disrespectful.
It's very disrespectful,
you
man.
just sat out there and say, okay, give me $5 a car.
They won't. Know what?
I said it the other day. I said, charge 20.
Let me. I got one for you on that one. I let Big Stumpy do it one night. I said, man, I tell you what. I said, you give me the first front. I said, the rest of it's yours. Charge them whatever you want. I said, and just make sure the parking lot clean. Man, I swear, 2 hours in, Stumpy said, man, I'm gonna been and shot somebody out here. Because they go out there and I'm talking about they get real rowdy about a parking place. Man, I ain't about to pay you and park and leave. What you gonna do then? Wow. It get real tough. That's why I was telling you, man, you might not want that, man, because them people, man, they just real disrespectful about it.
Don't get you no offense. Go ahead and just pay that tow truck.
I was gonna say
sit in that parking lot for them.
That's exactly.
Hey, welcome. Come on, come on.
They're gonna pay more for their towing fee than they would have paid you to park.
But the thing is, it be your homeboy now. It be your people. Because the first time they park over there, and out of the 5 cars I want towed, they gonna tow his too. And he gonna be like, man, you had my car towed. Man, how
Yeah.
What am I to do? See, it's tough.
I mean, I know I got a solution for your problem though. If it's still a problem.
What's the solution?
Put some signs up. Put a few signs up on each parking. I mean, drive right there.
Just say.
Put them signs up right there.
No parking, right?
Your car will get towed.
I already did.
After hours. No, big old hard metal sign like the city be having.
Yeah.
Put it up there.
Go ahead.
So you got the warning already. So you got a camera. Soon as you see it, have your one on standby. Have your
the tow
man on standby.
Yeah.
Have them on standby. You just blatantly dismiss, disrespected, disregarded my establishment.
Right.
But
You don't care about my stuff, my space.
Yeah.
Now I got to show you how it works. Call your boy. Boom. He already on standby. It's Friday, Saturday night. You know what's up.
Yeah.
He ready. Throw him something if you want to.
Be like that.
You hate to be like that.
But you
hate to be like that.
But if you're a little intoxicated and you put this thing in reverse and back into your door,
come on, man. Now it's on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to protect yourself and you have to look out for other people. So you damned if you do, damned if you don't.
That's it.
But sometimes you just gotta run business.
Going back to the black and the white though, like they do it in Remington all the time. Like there's days that they don't charge that parking area. They don't charge you for parking, but there's days that they do charge you for parking in that area. So same thing. You gotta have that little tab right there in front of your window, and if you don't, they're gonna come tow it. You already know to do that. Pay that $5 when you see that person standing there. If not, you're gonna get towed.
But again, it goes back to us having places for us to go.
That's it.
Because if you think about it, you go out to Nick's, nice place. Nice place. I've never had any trouble.
And they respect it.
Never had any trouble. But if you go out there with that foolishness, Nick business goes down, then he goes out of business. Then where you going? Because you know they're not gonna let you go over there with that foolishness in their places.
Exactly.
Right.
And there's nothing you want. They're not listening to your music. They're not changing their dress code. They're not doing things. So get back to the point where we respect each other as brothers and sisters, human beings. I mean, just human beings. Just have that respect. There's just common decency. I mean, you wouldn't want me to come to your house and throw a bag of trash in your yard.
That's right.
So why would you do it at this man's restaurant or this man's yard? It's just some stuff. Just I don't know.
It's stupid. I say it. It's just straight up stupid and ignorant.
But the thing about it, the city has warned people a lot about it. So cameras are everywhere now.
Yeah.
So if you if you driving your mom's car or somebody's car, and that camera catches you throwing something out, whoever that car is registered to, they get a littering ticket.
There you go.
Hey, don't be alarmed.
And they're healthy.
Don't be alarmed because You could have easily kept this in your car.
That's right.
And put it in the trash when you
Wait
got
till
home.
you got home.
Or go to the gas station, put it in that trash can.
Come on.
Anywhere, but I'm telling you, it's gonna be a lot of changes coming to Valdosta, whether we like them or not.
Yeah.
But
it's gonna better the city, better the community.
That's where we at now.
That's right.
Well, and it's something I want to ask, and not to change the trajectory of the conversation, but it's based off of something you said.
You say that.
You spoke about like the youth, right? So, and there's so much happening. I don't have to dive deep into it because we all see it. We know what's happening. My brother here deal with it firsthand in his community, but it's all over. How does the city respond? Or, better yet, is there a plan in place from the city before the community even speaks up on things to have available for the kids, like to get step away from the crime, right? To introduce them to something different other than violence, right? Is there something that's in place that's being established or at least on the table to say we're gonna start this initiative to help our community, our kids, because we always talk about it takes a village, right? But when we talk about when we look at what's available for kids to do around here, a lot of what I do see, and I downloaded this app called Neighbors, right?
Right.
And so much stuff I see, I'm like, God, dog, I didn't even realize all this stuff was going on like that. And a lot of it is like car break-ins and, young kids stealing packages off of porches. And, the first thing I think about is how in the hell does your mama not know that you ain't at home at this time of day or this time of night?
You just said it. It starts in that house, man.
And it's so confusing to me, and sometimes I'll see, hey, I don't want to call the police on this child. I want to connect with their parent. I want to communicate with them. But what is the city's stance on assisting with those continuous issues, if there even is one at all?
That's a complex issue, but there's something on the table right now where I want to get anybody out there who coaching AAU sports. The city has an opportunity. We get ready to. There's plans to build a multi-generational center across from the high school, where you're gonna have 6 full court basketball, a whole facility of football, volleyball, anything, any sport you can think of. I know sports is not gonna always be the answer, but we need for people to voice their opinions because most of the time our children are on the road.
That's right.
Going playing AAU football and basketball. So let's have those tournaments here.
Yeah.
Let our kids
host the tournament.
Let our kids stay in the house.
Yeah.
Sleep in their own bed. And then during the week when there's no tournament, those facilities will be there.
That's right.
So you want to have expand our rec program so you can get more kids in. That's on the table. I'm talking about it's a beautiful facility when you look at the plans on. So that's gonna be one of the things we're talking about.
Across from high school, you say?
Right across from Valdosta High School.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So you're looking at that, but again, that's gonna end at a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
So if some kids are out there breaking in someone's cars at 2:00 in the morning, they don't realize how dangerous that is because everybody's working different shifts. Neighbors are sitting out. You may be sitting out having a smoke, or you may just letting the dog out, and someone breaking in the car, and he's strapped. And that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. We had one time where we had a young man out after the curfew. Police. Hey, yeah, it's at the curfew. We need to get in the house. Young man took off. Police chased him. He fell. The boy fell. Took him to his home. They got body cams now.
Yeah.
So let you see we didn't do nothing. He fell. 3 a.m. Guess what the mom said?
Oh man.
Guess what the mom said?
Blame the police.
I didn't even know he was on.
What happened?
How his jeans got tore up.
My God.
Most parents would have been happy to know that their child is home safe.
3 o'clock in the morning.
3 o'clock in the morning.
What happened?
You're not concerned why your child is out. You worry about his jeans?
You worry about his jeans torn.
Yeah.
You should have arrested her.
That's the kind of stuff that we're dealing with. And like you said, with DJJ, the rules are so lax with DJJ. So you go out here and do something with the children. The child does something. 30 minutes later, he's released to DJJ custody. The police can come and get him and take him to DJJ, but the rules are telling them they got to release him back.
Release him back to the
Got a little kid pushed his mom down the stairs.
Ooh.
DJJ released him back to the house. The only reason they removed him out of the house because he took a hammer and started beating the walls in the house, destruction to somebody else's property because they was renting the house. So this wall is more valuable than his mom's life.
That's right.
So
Exactly.
these are the stuff, and these children are so smart. They know what they can get away with. They know how far they can push the limit. So
point system in DJJs is a point system. If they don't score out,
yeah. So you're dealing with that on top of
That's insane.
parents not parenting, and they took away the village.
Yeah.
Because now I don't want you saying that to my child.
Don't say nothing.
Don't
to my
touch
child.
my
Yeah,
child.
don't touch my child.
So now you're stuck with what we have now. So now you're leaving it in the hands of the law. And when they pass those laws, there's nothing we can do about them but abide by them. So if your child get caught up in the mess, he just in it.
Yeah.
We talk about things to do for the kids or whatever.
Right.
There are several things to do. It's always been things to do, and matter of fact, it's even more things to do nowadays than we had when we was younger. It's more things to do. This new era of kids don't want to do that stuff. Now we got to try to figure out the question you just asked about what can we do. We had a Zoom meeting last night about crime stopping equipment, but I posted it, and we had people from Valdosta to jump on there, and we had a nice little the pastor of the church, Bethel. Shout out to Pastor Theophil. She hosted it, but she wanted to make sure that I was on it because we had killing equipment and so on and so forth. You know, young kids, and talking about what can we do? How we can, like, the stuff is there. We got the Boys and Girls Club. We always had that. We got the YMCA. We always had that. We got Little League sports. We always had that. We got sports in the schools. We always had it. AAU. We always had that. So the things are there that just don't really have to rely on sports. But we've always had things out. We was outside more. But we got phones. We got iPads. We got the crazy social media. The things that their interest level is not what we present to them.
The city, no government is gonna have anything for kids to do at 2 a.m.
Well, no,
you understand what I'm saying? So that 8 to 5, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, the children have to go to school, preparing to go to school. So, but at no later than 10 o'clock, it's done.
Right.
So that's when you as a parent have to say, make sure your child come, let's go, get in the car, let's go home.
Yeah.
So there's nothing designed for 2 or 3 in the morning.
Right. Exactly.
So
It falls back on the parents.
We're not even
now.
out at 2 or 3
Exactly.
in the morning. During the week.
Come on, man.
Right.
I mean,
Now-
even if the clubs close at 2 now.
Right.
You know
That's
what I'm saying?
true.
So what solutions would you say the government can come up with or the city can come up with for that? There's nothing.
Not at that time.
Nothing.
I tell you one, and they ain't gonna like it. These kids, teenagers, that's out 2 o'clock in the morning like that, walking the streets or whatever, however, and you say the parent was concerned about the genes or whatever. Implement. We gotta get into the legislative, man. We gotta get to the legislative. Implement these. Like back in the day when the kids didn't go to school.
Hold the parents accountable.
Oh yeah, hold the parents accountable. Hold
Yeah.
these parents accountable.
Hold the parents accountable.
Why your kid out here? You worry about this gene, but he's out here at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Why is he out this late? Do you know where he's at? Do you know who he's with? Do you know where he's been? All this,
You know what? Guess what?
hold
Now,
the parents accountable.
Hold those parents accountable.
And I know it's gonna have to go through a lot of loopholes, because I don't think that's what.
You're gonna get pushback.
You're gonna get a lot of pushback.
And I'm telling you, I went up there to the state capitol and talked to some people. For every solution you just gave, you're gonna have a middle-aged white lady sitting over there saying why it can't be, telling you more about your community than you are, and you're in it. So you have to just tell her, ma'am, you can't tell me about being black. You can't tell me about what I see.
Come stay.
They're paying you to say this stuff,
Right.
Because you know attorneys who can get people off and they're getting paid. But once you put raise those bonds high enough where attorney can't sit here and go get you out in 2 or 3 days and get $5,000 or $6,000. You stack those charges up, so now instead of $25,000 bond, you got $350,000 bond. You're not getting out.
There you go.
And so now you're gonna have to sit until it's time to go to court.
That's right.
Then you're going straight to jail.
There you go.
But those DJJ laws, they're gonna have to do something about that.
Have to,
Oh,
man.
for sure.
It's almost as if they're you know how they the private prisons, the cradle to Come on.
From the cradle to the grave, or cradle to the prison. Pipeline.
Yeah, pipeline. Yeah,
pipeline.
Yeah. Third grade level. They base how many prisons, private prison they're going to build based on the third grade level of mainly boys, black boys, the third grade reading level.
Wow.
They basing how many prisons they're going to build for the future, because they saying pretty much that third grade year,
out of these 10, 2 of y'all going to end up in here.
There you go. Wow. There you go.
Yeah,
Cradle to Prison Pipeline. That's the name of it. Cradle to Prison Pipeline. They building these prisons based on our young black males. Reading level, third grade reading level. So, okay, boom. So that's why DJJ probably the way they are. So lenient, I guess. I'm guessing. I mean, if a kid, 15 years old, carrying around a gun and threatening people with the gun, we catch him. He admit to, I got this gun out of the car right here. Matter of fact, I broke in 3 cars and got 2 guns out of the 3. You admit that on camera and all that. But go to court, we arrest him, we take him YDC. The following week, he got his court date and
judge release.
And he go wreak havoc some more. Keep wreaking havoc. Now you got a team with him. Now we got to catch not just him. We got to catch his little minions too.
Then when he hit that age where they charge you as an adult, and now you're not coming home.
Now he got the confused face. That's why I want to go back.
They crying.
And
parents are saying, "Why y'all doing that to my child?"
Because we brought him to you when he was 11 doing this. And you didn't do anything. So I was explaining this one kid. He my height, 147 pounds.
Damn.
I said, man, you're not about to run nobody to prison. I promise you.
Yes, sir.
I don't care what you say, how tough you think you are. You're not about to run nobody to prison at 6'4", 147 pounds. Even if you were 270.
You'll be tying somebody's shoe.
Even if you was 270, one person, man, I'm telling y'all, they don't think it can happen to them.
Until it happens to them.
Until it happens to them. And then the boys who they say they got love for, who love them, they go to prison. They go to prison and get out, and they don't tell them the truth. Because that goes back to that jealousy. They know what happened to them in there. So now they want to see it happen to you. Them not your boys. If them your boys who really love you, they'll stop you from going. Because I don't want you to go through. Nobody I love, I don't want anybody to go through a hard time if I can prevent it. So you're stuck. It's almost like you're stuck, and we're waiting on something to come down to help. But like I said, it's gonna end up being the law that's gonna change, and we're not gonna be ready for it, and we're gonna lose a whole lot of our young people that way.
It gotta happen though, because I work in social services. So you got, first and foremost, it starts with the parents, and then we used to have community. We don't have that no more. Then they pass them out to something like DJJ. And like y'all said, they let them go eventually. Then they pass them out to social services like DFACS. I don't have to deal with a lot of these DJJ kids before. There's nothing you can really do. There's not too much, because the same thing, because of the laws that's in place, it's very limited as to what you can do. So it's like, what can I do versus what the law can allows and stuff like that. So then now you got to wait till they age out to a certain point, and then they go through a real consequence.
When they
have
it already face. Before that age, they've been wreaking
havoc since they was 9. They've been wreaking havoc since they was 9. Now they 17, 18, and hitting these real consequences. Now they got the confused face, and it's just like, but these are the things other folks was trying to avoid you from this whole time. Like, and I want to just say the parent alone, because sometimes it's a single parent, and yet they still to blame, because you could have did more, you should have said more, you could have done more. But certain circumstances, some people, it's a little bit tricky and a little bit different or whatnot.
It is.
Yeah, but a little bit, not too much. You got still 75% of the blame on it, regardless of your circumstances. Whatever.
Because if you're a law-abiding citizen, you're not breaking any laws, you're doing what you're supposed to do. You don't want to hear me explain to you why my 11 or 12 or 13-year-old broke in your car, broke in your house, or did something. That's not my concern. I want to make sure my stuff is protected. And those are the people who are speaking out more and more. It's not the people whose children are getting in trouble.
Yeah.
It's the people who
it's never them.
Are tired of being the victim. Yeah. Those are the people who are speaking out, and those are the people who are voting.
There you go.
Those are the people who are showing up at these meetings. Those are the people who are writing their legislators. Those are the people who donating. to the politicians. So their voice is going to be heard. The squeaky wheel gets the grease.
That's right.
Yeah,
And I hate it because I know who's going to end up being negatively affected by it the most, but I still can't allow y'all to be terrorized and can't even walk in your own front yard. Can't even walk down.
You for the people.
Yeah,
that's not a new village. That's now our new village, though. It gotta be that way because you don't want. Because some of these same parents don't want people talking to their kids. Why you saying that to my child?
Yeah.
What are you saying? Like he's 6 years old and he's doing this. I'm trying to help him right now, and then when he comes 9, now he running through the house, hammering the walls and stuff like that or whatever. You can't
bucking
control.
at you
because you took his
bucking
phone.
at you,
Right?
But because you took his phone or something little or whatnot,
Well, so
and then
many
you
of them
just
like that.
end up giving it back to him. Now by age 11, he in some big trouble in a sense. But there's no real consequences he can get at 11 years old.
And again, like you said, a lot of the time, I hate to say it, but a lot of time it goes back down to money. Sometimes these women would rather have their child support check than to send their son to their dad.
Come on.
Yep.
Where we know he'll get a better.
Well, he
better
know
upbringing.
his dad may not be with you, but he's in that house and he gonna put some type of discipline and structure in his life. And when he turns a certain age, go stay with your daddy. Well, now
it's too late.
You a grown man. You about to leave the house.
Yeah.
It's too
Ain't
late.
no structure at all. And now you want daddy
him up.
to take up 9
There you
years
go.
where he's just been doing anything he wants to. So
Right.
now
Right.
daddy tell him, no, you can't come in the house. Now daddy in the house with his new family and you
got a rebel over
expect for him to allow him to disrupt it. No, you can't do that because what's gonna end up happening, daddy gonna hurt him or he gonna hurt daddy.
Man,
Yeah.
we just went that this past weekend.
Yeah.
Just
You
went
had to
through
deal
something
with
like
it.
that.
Went through that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's too many people out here in the community that are willing to help.
Yeah.
I mean, you have people who done been through the system, who done turned their lives around, who's willing to mentor these children and help them.
And getting ignored.
Yeah, get ignored. And like you said, a lot of times the parents are nowhere to be found. A lot of times the parents are happy the children aren't even home. Because you have some smaller children there who can get a good night's sleep and you can go to sleep with peace because you know when they're there, it's going to be something. So, yeah, it's...
The village, we talk about the village, man. Coach Freeman, that pretty much, I grew up around Coach Freeman even before I was able to play for him. I was a water boy for 94, Brooks County 94 championship team. I was a water boy all the way up until I got to the 8th grade. And I knew how strict Freeman was. I knew it, but he was strict and they respected him. They loved him. He had to do little to no coaching at practice because the upperclassmen, they knew the system. They knew the structure. They knew what he wanted, and he was strict. Like I said, he was strict and up front with it, you know. And the parents wanted that. The parents wanted that. It's to the point where I got to the 8th grade, going to the high school. I said, I ain't playing football because I don't want to play up under Coach Freeman. I've seen him all the way from my little league years playing little league football. I guess I'm probably like around 8, 9, 10. You know, and I'm like, I get to the high school, I ain't playing for Coach Freeman. I know he's street, he mean. Them jokers came to my house when they found that out. I was a big time baseball player too. The coaches, baseball coach and the football coaches. Cause I played football all the way up to 8th grade. And they came to the house, told my mom, I said, he said he didn't want to play. And we wanted him to play. We need to play. My mom said, oh, he playing. Oh, he playing. I ain't have no choice. Basically what I'm saying, yes. So the options, I ain't have the option like that. The parents give these kids a lot of options. And then recent, what is this, 225 right now, when Coach Freeman was coaching in Quitman around 2017, 2018. And I'm at the practice. And I'm like, dang, Coach Freeman, you soft. You softer than now like they used to be, man. He said,
can't coach them like that no more.
Boom, they talking about the village.
You'll lose the team.
That you said, man, listen, I can't say what I said to y'all back in the day. I can't none of that stuff because first thing gonna happen. These kids are, first of all, these kids are sensitive these days, very sensitive. They can't fight. They'll cry quick, and they're gonna run home and tell their mama what I said to them. The mama gonna go to the superintendent, and I'm in the office, and I'm probably out of a job if I coach the way I coached y'all back in the day. He said, now the times have changed. Now I come to practice, however these kids are feeling, that's how we base our practice on. And this year he won a championship, crazy thing about it, which is so weird. But he said this I base it off how the kids are at practice.
Yeah.
I can't say that's why I sit my butt over here, and I just hope my other coaches do their part. I sit back here. I try to channel my expressions when I want to coach. I really want to coach, and I can't because I'm afraid of what they may go back and tell their mama or daddy or whatever, whoever in the house with them, and they go and tell on me. And now I'm in the office based on how I coach.
Right.
I got to change my whole coaching style up. You know what I'm saying? That's why I just said, like, Coach, you got to, he said you're proud of me. And I said, Coach, you got a lot to do with this. You got a lot to do with this.
And teaching is the same way.
Exactly.
I mean, teaching is the same way. You can't. I mean, you can't.
Yeah. That's why you see the kids fighting these teachers.
You can't separate
the kids fighting the teachers in the classroom. It's being recorded, of course. The kids fighting teachers and think they can buck on the teachers, and teachers can't.
Teachers have to sit back, you know.
Like, don't even want to break up fights when they fight. The kids are fighting other kids
because they lose their job. You know, man. They being young.
Yeah. And it's sad that it falls back on other people who are actually trying to help these kids in a real way. That they got to be afraid to do such a thing because those children can go back to their parents and say this or that, and then those parents will flip out. And I was like, I just heard something the other day in my own scenario, whatnot. Second day of work, I don't want to go to work today because of my mental space right now.
Second day of work.
What are you talking about? That's not even like, you know how many people deal with that day to day? That's not an excuse.
Yeah.
That is not an excuse. It's your responsibility versus your feelings. We're not doing that. That's not an excuse. You know how many times we all wake up and feel like that? You still got to do it.
So, Bird, with this, who is there really to blame for the sensitivity of our youth and the protection of our youth?
I think it came from the power of the cell phone exposing how the child is disciplined now, because we take discipline and switch it with the word abuse. And there's a difference.
Okay, so where you right there? I'm waiting for you. I want you to say.
We went from one extreme to the next. We went from some who say abuse to doing nothing at all.
But I still think it starts at home with how that parent is holding that child
accountable. Man, of course it does.
What's protecting? Like we said, okay, we talking about the village, but the slap on the wrist, all this other stuff.
The
that
law is protecting these children.
Come on.
Yep. Yeah, you can't let feelings trump all.
It come through the higher power, the government.
Yeah. But again, when you look at somebody like President Trump, if he's able to enact what he wants to enact, he's going to take it out of your hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so now you're gonna have to deal with this legal system. He's not concerned about your age. He's saying if you're 13 years old, you're man enough to go out here and shoot up somebody's house.
You're man enough to
you're gonna be man enough to go in there and survive in jail with other grown men.
Right.
And people don't believe it's coming to that. I said, y'all can keep sugarcoating it all you want. It's coming to that point because
I don't agree with Trump, but I agree with that right there.
Citizens are speaking up and they're tired of dealing with it. Yeah. Because, like you said, I can't walk my dog. I can't let my grandchildren play in the front yard. You have a lady who
can't leave your car in the driveway.
You have a lady,
be there when you wake up.
Older lady sitting out there on the porch, and she can't even sit on the front porch because everybody's walking by cursing and
now the
and
attention,
shooting.
The attention is from those that they didn't grow up around this stuff. Yep. The ones that I might get in trouble, but the ones that's been acting like none of this stuff goes on because they don't see it, they're being impacted now. So now the laws are changing because it's happening not just in our black community, our village. Yeah, it's sprouting out into these quiet, these quiet suburban areas. Yeah, they go. So now it's happening to y'all. Y'all seeing what's been going on over here. Y'all see. So now we need to go. There we go. Now that's why the laws. Trump, like I say that I don't agree with him too much, but that right there would be a great implement to helping and build these communities again, getting back to that where we can walk on the street and not or jog down the street or sit on the porch.
Hold them kids accountable.
Hold them accountable.
Yeah, for the level
you had to learn how to carry that gun and shoot that gun.
Yeah, for the level of crime that they do or whatever trouble they got, hold them to it.
Come on, man.
Hold them to it.
Accountability,
kids,
responsibility,
young
and
kids
consequences.
with stolen cars in their yard, and the parent is sitting in the house, knowing the kid ain't even old enough to drive. So how does he have a car?
Yeah.
And you mean tell me you've been in and out of this house since Thursday? You didn't notice this stolen car in your front yard? Come on,
it ain't only the car; it's how much money they be having too. How'd you get it?
You know how they got it.
Yes, exactly. They scamming and doing all this here.
But a whole car, Avery.
Dude, let me tell you how they
13 years old.
Man, let me tell you.
A whole car.
A whole car. I'm talking about like almost a new car and got much money in their pocket as you do.
You ain't finna pull up with a newer car.
Well, listen, you better take it. Wherever you got it from, take it back. You ain't finna bring nothing to this house.
Man,
but that's
you ain't
what I'm
bringing nothing to this front yard.
But that's how.
And like you said, it's in the house, and some of these parents are benefiting from it. You know, they benefit from it. You got a kid out there. You know this kid is not working. How's he able to pay rent?
Yeah.
How's he able to pay his light
I ain't bought
bill?
no shoes in three
in
3 months, but he got
brand new ones on
every 2 weeks.
Yes.
So they're benefiting from it. So they're not saying anything.
Yeah.
And again, that's when the cycle goes starting over again. He knows how many strikes he can get. So he's gonna push it to the limit. Then he's gonna back off. And you right back in the same cycle.
In the whole
another example, I think it was North or South Carolina, where a kid 16, 17 caught a murder charge or whatnot. And the way his grandma was talking to him and hugging him, you seen him go back to
the video I put,
Yeah, he went back to a baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you did some adult stuff. And now, since they changed the laws up there,
you got adult consequences.
Now you have adult consequences because they changed the laws up there in December. So you just committed that crime in January. It's different.
Yeah, and she was sitting there telling him, "I can't do nothing for you.
It'll be
I can't do it. Yeah, sit down."
You know, across the different states, and like you just said, parents benefiting, which is wild to me. It's almost like a closed mouth being fed by crime.
Absolutely,
exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you know how much money you make. You know how, you know if a kid coming here with certain things, or you didn't buy it. So where did it come from?
Yeah, exactly.
So you can't ask those questions, or you don't ask those questions, and you just be happy because you didn't have to pay for it.
They didn't have to pay for it. They scared to ask.
You know it came from somewhere where he or she didn't have the money to get it. Just like the same thing with little girls. Little girls. You didn't purchase this.
Come on.
So
expensive cologne.
Some guy paid for it, or either she stole it or did something illegal to get it.
Come home with a whole unit on their head.
Come on now. But again, you're the bad guy if you say something.
Yeah.
If you say, "Hey, I think your son may be doing something illegal," you the bad guy. I think your daughter may be doing something that she shouldn't be doing to get this stuff. You the bad guy. Or they gonna say, she must be getting it from you because I don't know nothing about it.
Wow.
Come on, man. I'm trying to save your daughter. I'm trying to save your child.
They don't look at it like that.
But again,
at some point in time, and then I'll let Bird hit the comments. At some point in time, when these parents start being held accountable and being charged for the act that their child is doing, that's when they'll come to some realization.
I think it got to be that way too.
Go ahead, Bird. What we got out there?
All right, so we got. I think I want to start off with what Miss Christina said first. Lastly, it's about fathers need more resources and support, which 100% agree, because the system I work in, you see it firsthand. They do not have all the support and resources. Said first off earlier on or whatnot. He said New York Knicks win. I really don't care, but they won.
Ted said to turn it off, man.
We got Lisa Wood said, "What a great question about our youth." Christina said, "For our youth, for girls, NCNW Black Diamonds, Girls on the Run, South Health District Youth Advisory Council Boys, a mega mentoring program, Phi Beta Sigma mentoring program." I think I remember when this first came up when Q said, "Wow, what the hell?" And it was in regards to like the kids, it's like being a teenager, and what they're not privy to as far as consequences with DJJ. So
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like all those organizations that you said Christina named off. There are places out there for these that are willing to help these young people. But if you don't see something wrong with your son or your daughter to say, I'm going to take you to these people who are mentoring, they can't go out and take your child.
Yeah.
Right. It's a form you have to sign to say, I'm releasing my child to this organization for mentoring for these hours here from 6 to 8 or 9 to 10, whatever it is. Someone has to, the parent has to agree to that. But if these parents aren't reaching out, the kids damn sure not gonna go out and say, I need some mentoring, because they like what it is that they're doing. And if the school can't mandate it and the court can't mandate it, we're still stuck with, we're gonna have to wait for the laws to change, and your child gonna get swept up in it. And that's what we try to tell people. We're trying to avoid your children getting swept up in it. So you need to find something other than what's going on now, because we know we have too many examples every day. We looking at the crime page. We looking at it, whether it's in Valdosta, whether it's in Atlanta, whether it's anywhere in the United States. You see where these younger kids are going to jail at a younger age for violent crimes. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not talking about shoplifting and petty stuff. I'm talking about these children are stealing cars, shooting people, breaking in people's houses. These aren't petty crimes where okay, I'm gonna try to steal this gum, I'm gonna try to steal this candy bar or something like that. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about, like you said, breaking in people's cars and breaking in people's houses,
running up in stores and taking stuff. I mean, like big stuff out of there.
Yeah, those are the things that I said. Those consequences are coming.
She also mentioned Valdosta Symphony Youth Orchestra. Is that another organization?
Yeah, but like you said, the children not interested in it. That's what you have to find, something that's gonna pique their interest, and that's why I like the stuff that again, Tim them try to teach the kids boxing. Maybe that'll get some of that aggression off. Somebody you have people out here who try to teach them chess, because everyone's not gonna be a great athlete.
And chess, a lot.
Everybody's not gonna be a great athlete. So you have opportunities for them to do stuff. Or like you said, shadowing programs. We talked about Big Nick. Somebody, you might want to open up your own business. Put them with some of these small businesses and see, okay, let's see if there's something that'll pique your interest. But again,
there are things
Nick is running a business. He's taking care of his family. He's taking care of all these people who work for him. So he doesn't have time to go out there in the neighborhood, in the community, to seek out the bad individual. So
right.
If your child is doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
And I remember they used to have the Scared Straight program. They used to take those kids to the prisons.
Yes, sir.
I had several friends of mine who used to work out there at Valdosta State Prison when they used to send some of them kids out there. And buddy, I promise you, them kids went from flunking out to the honor roll, honor graduates, because they saw that them prisons out there meant what they said, and they would let them get up in your face, and they'll let you see some of the stuff that's happening out there.
I just seen an old clip today from 1999, and I was just like, yeah, that's way different than today's.
Yeah.
That was real right there.
Yeah, I started that. I dug that. I can't remember where I dug that clip up from, man. And it started circling around. Man, dude, now that was real Scared Straight.
Yeah, that was the real one right there. Yeah. Speaking of, somebody said Judge Ellaby was the go to that.
Oh boy.
That was early on too.
And you had a lot of people critical of Judge Ellaby saying all he doing is locking up our boys.
But he locked up his own.
All he's doing is locking up our
son.
kids. Well, that's the same thing I say when people start throwing out those statistics about black on black crime.
Yeah.
If you're gonna commit a crime, more than likely it's gonna be who you're around.
That's right.
That's right. So if it's our children who's going before the judge, who else is he gonna lock up?
That's right.
I'm not saying that there's not.
The judge ain't picking who come up in the court.
Yeah, I'm not saying that there's not any. Everything is fair and equal, but if you coming before me for shooting up a car, I can't sentence the white child for what you did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's just where we are.
Man.
And so we got to stop looking for excuses.
It's a harsh reality. It's a harsh reality, but it's reality. It's what's happening. It's what's happening. It's what's going down right now as we speak. Right now, again, it's 10:27. Ain't nowhere in the world a teenage child should be out right now.
Unless he just got off of work, on his way home. Or unless he just got off a football field or basketball practice or something.
I'll be more specific then. 14 years old, 13 years old, on the street. And when you stop and say, well, why you out here? You You get out your car. Law enforcement. Speaking of law, you get out the car and you. All right, come on, let me take you home. He try to fight and he's trying to dodge you from touching a certain area of his body. Why? Because he got a little gun on him. 13, 14 years old. Why you got a gun? And why you out here? What are you trying to? Who you? Now we got but like I said, that slap on the wrist. Yep. He had a gun automatically right there.
That's a crime. That's a felony.
That's a felony.
But
That's a felony.
But not for a child.
Not for a child.
But what do you think that child was gonna do with that gun? He was gonna do something adults do.
But I pulled somebody over. I pulled somebody over that was convicted, had a felony in '85, driving somebody else's car. I'm just putting a scenario out there. And he said, "Yeah, there's a gun in here." Now, felon don't supposed to be around. Convicted felon don't supposed to be around.
Not supposed to have one unless you got your gun rights back.
Oh boy, you gone. You gone. You gone. You ain't had no trouble since '85, but yet you still a convicted felon. Mm-hmm. And this gun is in your car, in your possession, around you. Period. Yeah.
You gotta get out.
Houston, we got a problem.
Get your gun rights back if you're gonna be around that stuff.
Go and expunge something that's happened way back in the day. Yeah. You know that means. But the fact that my point is, you punish this guy that had a clean record since '85, since he had the issue, ain't had no problems, ain't had no trouble. You got record of that. But he's going to for a long ride now. But just you let this 13-year-old, 14 reckless little kid go free. He already had an intent. Why you got the gun? First of all, why you
ain't even old enough.
Your intentions are bad right now, bro.
According to the law,
right? But you send him home. What's called didn't come out for that. Oh, he's home now. Yeah, we got him. We took him home, but we got the gun. We took the gun from him. You know, it's in our evidence. But he's home now. They ain't gonna come out. I ain't gonna even say they ain't gonna come out for that. They gonna run and see if the name been in the system a little bit. If name ain't pop up in the system, oh yeah, he ain't had no issue.
Same thing with the runaways. Child runaway, call DJJ. DJJ make him go back to the house. As soon as the police turn around, they right back out the back door.
Let's go. There it is.
Never
calling the police again. Cause the parent did what they're supposed to do. Call. Lock him up. DJJ not even gonna come out that time. They just gonna say release him back to the parent. So now the kid gone and they don't know where he is.
I found out my crime hall means I got a real good friend in DJJ. Matter of fact, he's been in for a long time, and I met him when I first got in law enforcement back in 13, 14, and know how good he's great at his job, man. But he's trying to find a way out. But I said, man, you should come speak at my crime hall meeting to these parents about the juvenile issues that you see in DJJ. He said, yeah, I would love to, because I see your crime hall meetings that you host every month. You know,
can't talk about it.
He can't. It's him being part of DJJ.
Can't talk about it.
You can't come and talk about or give no type of advice if it ain't up under a DJJ entity. Like if they ain't hosting no crime hall meeting, and you DJJ, you can't come and speak about nothing. You can't come help the solution, cause my thought is, okay, this is what helps pay. This what help pays y'all salary. I'm guessing with you keep them on the street, you gonna always have issues. You gonna always have something to, you know, you gonna always have work to do. Basically, you know, just like crime, police. You know, you gonna always have. But we trying to lock up the jokers that's committing the crime. But DJJ is like, this kid, yeah, you. Back on the wrist, yeah, you're gonna always, it's gonna keep you working, get your salary paid type deal. That's what it seemed like to me. And you know, that's more political, of course, but that's just what it is, man. You're not gonna get the same results. And for him to tell me that, I just found this out the other day. I didn't even know this, and I worked with DJJ. I didn't know you couldn't come and speak to help or you know, give advice on what to do or help the communities where there's kids in every community. You can't speak if it's not a DJJ event putting on. You can't go and speak on nothing like that. I'm like, oh my God, what the plot thickens now. The plot thickens
because it's within the organization at this point.
Like, damn, helping the community. Yeah. We trying to just We try, man. It just kills me.
Sound like it's set up for failure from the beginning.
Oh,
yeah, that's insane.
But hey, this is the world we in. We just got to maneuver and counter, man. Maneuver and counter, and continue to fight.
And I think it's best, like you always say, improvise, adapt, overcome.
Improvise, adapt, overcome, baby.
In every facet of that statement, that slogan, that phrase, whatever you want to label it as. But man, look, it's been a wonderful evening.
Yeah.
It's been an informative evening.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
And I've enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
I enjoyed it, man. I appreciate y'all inviting me out.
It's always about the more you know. The more you know. And it opens up conversation for other things that you can find out that's out there.
Yeah.
And the only way to know is to show up or ask. Either way, the information is available for you. You just got to want to know it.
That's right. Absolutely.
But, I think we've reached the end of another Smokey episode.
Hey, I want you to know this too, Mr. Eric, man. Like anytime you know where we at now. You know
right.
we do. You know the setting. You know how it is. It's laid back, of course. It's unedited, and the guests we have on here is always informative. It's always something positive that can help somebody in some way. We laugh and joke a lot because, like I said, this is the lounge setting. Like I told you when you first got here, this is a lounge. We do what we do in every lounge, what everybody do in the lounge. But the conversations, the information, is always a plus, and it definitely benefits us. It benefits the community, and those that don't know. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you feel like coming back, and just ask us. So we don't have to ask you type deal. It's open for you anytime. We can if we don't have a guest or something like that, we're just gonna hit some topics, and you say, hey man, I want to pop on you there it is, because I mean your personality, your mindset, man, is needed. Your vision. You said a lot of things tonight that's people need to know, and the love for the people, what you do for your district as a councilman, it's what's about. It's definitely what it's about, and we need more like you. We need all the councilmen to come on, councilmen and councilwomen to come on and speak and let people know in this area. This is Valdosta, to hear you be on tonight. Someone's close to home.
Yep.
Giving them information on how things happen, how things can go, what you got to do, what you need to do. The whole structure of having city council members. The whole structure of the city right now. Y'all represent the city,
right?
And the changes in the potholes and the speed bumps. You are a need. You are a need. You know what I'm saying? You are you're much so a need, along with the other councilmen and councilwomen, and we applaud you for your bravery, because it's not an easy task that you into. You know what I'm saying? You got to have thick skin, but when you had a mindset of trying to please the people, a lot of people have missed that. Like I was saying earlier, they be missing it. When you are out here trying to please the people, the citizens of your community, and when you're outnumbered, of course, you're outnumbered, and you steadfast. You still in there. You still it's not breaking you to hear the negative comments and what you're not doing, and what Valdosta ain't doing, and blah blah blah. You're still in that fight, standing in that gap, trying to make that change, along with others. So hats off to you, and hats off to all the council members, the city of Valdosta. You are solid. You are solid, and they didn't make a mistake by voting you. The people didn't make a mistake by voting you in to be there. Cause I can see your passion, your commitment to making the change. So on behalf of Seven Smoke, man, we appreciate you. We applaud you.
Yes, sir.
We always got your support. Even if we don't live in your district, we got your support. Anything you need from Seven Smoke, we love community service also. We do that. So just reach out to us, and we'll be there for sure.
Now let me know when I get a T-shirt, man. I got to go to buy a T-shirt.
Come on now.
I'm gonna buy my T-shirt, man. I know they cost money. I want to buy a T-shirt.
All we need is a size, man.
You just need a size, baby. That's all you need, just a size. You ain't got to buy nothing. We got you. You know what I'm saying? You blessed us. You blessed a lot of people tonight. You blessed a lot of us tonight. So, yeah, I mean, that's the least we can do to bless you back. So you don't have to pay about nothing. But thank you so much for being here tonight, for sure.
I appreciate it. Like I said, if anybody out there I can help, just reach out.
I think you did it, and you know, by the time you hear this, if you missed the live version, this Thursday from 8 to 10 on In the Mix Radio, you can listen to it. If you miss it on Thursday, run it back on Sunday from 2 to 4.
Yes, sir.
All those times are Eastern Standard Time. You got it multiple different ways. We're also on Spotify. You can catch us there also. But before we leave tonight,
and you can always also go and subscribe.
Thank you. I'm not forgot that.
Subscribe on YouTube. And you can see all the episodes from way back. I don't know
way back when.
Go subscribe on YouTube. 7 Smoke Cigar Table Talk. That's 7, the number 7. Smoke Cigar Table Talk on YouTube. We'll love for that right there to come through. If y'all can do that for us, you know, that'll be great. But you can always see every episode on YouTube as well.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. And the link in the description for all Spotify, In the Mix Radio, and the YouTube. So be sure to check it out.
We love it. Before we get out of here, though, Bird, this Saturday, May 10th, let them know what's going on.
Let's
again.
go, baby.
Oh man, we got something going on for the mamas.
Yep.
Hey, mama.
Hey, mama.
May 10th, Saturday, May 10th at Big Nick's or whatnot, Mother's Day event, Cuban Nights. And once you're done shopping and doing what you need to do, whatever, come kick it with us for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Take a drink, take a smoke, chill, and listen to our saxophonist.
And you know why we got
Saxy
Mike out there?
Yeah.
Because it's for the ladies.
Yes, sir.
That's what it's about. Mother of the leaf, right?
Come on now.
Yes, sir.
Happy Mother's Day. We got Saxy Mike out there, baby.
We have good music playing, good food, good drinks, all that, good vibes, good energy all the time, as always. So come out and join us and have a good time, man.
Oh, and it's Pop's birthday, too.
Oh, yeah, it's Pop's birthday.
Big Law birthday.
Big Law birthday.
Feeling good.
Comedy show
going down also at Nick's. Yep.
Another birthday. You remember the
birthday graduations going
birthday
down.
Graduations.
Graduation this Saturday also. So it's gonna be a busy weekend.
So in other words, stop by Big Nick's. Come to the patio.
Shout out to Big Nick, man. Shout out to Big Nick
patio.
for doing big things, baby, in the city. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Big Nick. Come on to Big Nick's on Saturday, anytime Saturday, because I'm sure it's gonna be all day. All week. It's gonna be all week.
Yeah.
That'll be the place to be, baby, for sure.
Man.
Yes, sir.
It's been another beautiful, smoky episode of Cigar Table Talk. I mean, it's been a pleasure sitting in this seat. I've enjoyed it. I always enjoy y'all.
Good, dog.
Hey, man.
You held that down, boy.
You know, it's just second nature. We can do something, become a well-oiled machine, man. So
you owe us that anyway.
I serve at the pleasure of my brothers, but y'all know who I am. I'm Eli, a.k.a. Sweet Jones, but I'm here with my brothers, my compadres. Directly in front of me, who we got?
You got me, BYRD Bird, okay? A.K.A. the light-skinned dude.
The light-skinned dude.
And
you got Cigar Law over here in the kitty table, at the kitty table, you know, still holding it down, baby. Off camera.
Yes, sir. And you got your boy A Digga D Doe checking in. Yes, sir.
Eric Howard.
Plain and simple.
Hey.
Eric Howard. Listen, man. As Cigar Law always say, love on your people, check on your people. You know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I want to remind you, self-care is not selfish.
Come on.
Do something for yourself.
Okay.
Love on you, remember you. To all the mothers, happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Come out Saturday for a good time. And if you have a little pain, turn it into champagne, pour it up, drink it responsibly, and then rest.
There you go.
And if you don't do nothing else, always remember, smoke.
Smoke, baby.